That's right. It's fixed, guys. My Elite controller,
Wait, how did you fix
it
it?
has been fixed. I reset the defaults. I went to the controller setting this morning, and I reset the defaults.
So you were
my
messing with it?
configurations, I switched it over to 1, hit the default, hit reset to defaults. Boom, I'm good. Even my D-pad. I don't know what
does that mean?
I don't know what happened. I don't know how it did, but my D-pad is fixed. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the XoneBros.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. This is podcast number 184. Thank you so much for joining us and tuning in. As always, I'm joined by the bros, the XoneBros. It's Mr. McSpicy, Mark Haywood.
Hello.
It's Jord the man, Jordan Paskett.
Hello.
And I am David Paskett. I'm X1. We are the XoneBros. Mr. McSpicy, did you play anything big this week?
Did I play anything big?
Anything big? Any big games, rather? might have a double meaning there, but
Yeah. That's called a double entendre.
entendre, whatever.
A big whatever. You bet I played a big whatever.
Yes.
No, I played a couple games.
You played Assassin's Creed, right?
I did. I did play Assassin's
I want
Creed.
right now. How is it? Go. Tell me highlights, lowlights, glitches, if there are any.
Faces, non-faces.
Faces plastered on and
People
faces
running
plastered
on.
on.
Yeah.
I went into this pretty blind, like not even paying attention to trailers and stuff.
Sure.
Besides what I saw at E3,
Oh.
I tried to avoid everything. I like it.
How much do you like it?
I like it a lot.
Oh yes, there we go.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
So this is really hard for me. And I was telling Mark this before the show when you went to go get us drinks.
Yeah.
I'm having the shakes, man.
The shakes.
Because what I'm doing is I need a game to play the night of the 1X.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Because we're getting it at midnight.
Oh, yeah.
I have the day off of work.
And you're using it
I
as
have-
Assassin's Creed.
I have packs of Mountain Dew just waiting.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
So-
I'm there. I think that game is perfect to bust out on the 1X because it's got the Xbox enhanced and
For
everything
sure.
like that. Everybody says it looks great on the 1X, but last night I was just pacing in my house. Like it just I don't know.
That's very
And
funny.
what's hard is I need to beat Shadow of War before that, and then try and squeeze in Wolfenstein before that too. So I got a week and a half
Yeah.
to do all this.
So Assassin's Creed, Mark, tell me just some of the highlights
tell you
that,
more
that
about
you've
it?
experienced.
So initially when I
Give me
first
your first impressions.
when I first started it up,
Yeah.
the menu system's it's fine, but they did it's like a hybrid of the Destiny menu system where you have a little joystick floating
Okay.
around.
Okay. Sure.
And I actually don't like that.
Oh, you don't?
I don't like that
Okay.
style on a
Okay.
controller.
Sure.
On a mouse, I guess that would make sense.
Yeah.
I could, clickety click all the way
Mhm.
around. There's like a lag on it. Like you move it and it takes a second before it moves.
Yeah.
And honestly, I was like, oh, geez, that kind of bugs me. I'm just gonna start off the 10 minutes. I wasn't impressed. The first 10 minutes, I was not impressed.
First 10 minutes, you're like, I don't know, guys.
I played even in the first 10 minutes. It's like a tutorial, obviously, like any other game. And it doesn't start out teaching you how to stealth kill. It starts you out teaching you how to beat the biggest, baddest kind of guy around. You know what I mean?
that's right, because they have the new combat this time around.
Yeah. So, and I'm a stealth kind of guy.
You are? You've been looking forward to stealth.
Yeah. But after that initial fight and tutorial, I had my first introduction to the camels,
Okay.
and it cheered me right back up.
Oh, really? Why?
Because the camels are like on crack. they're like you could seriously remove the camels and put a motorcycle, and it would move the same.
Oh, my goodness.
Like the legs just move. And they just run really fast. There's no like animation.
That's funny.
The animation is odd.
Yeah.
And they're like on.
But camels
super
run
speed.
odd because they don't run like a horse. It's individual foots.
Well, then they nailed it.
Yeah.
Because it just
So that's
flies.
why it's odd.
Yes. Yeah. So when that camel came around, and I like stuff like that, you know,
Yeah.
like the animation was really weird, and it was hauling.
Sure.
The camels were on crack.
So I watched some streams today. I didn't get a chance to play it like you did, but I watched some streams. Beautiful.
Yeah. It didn't feel that pretty, but I mean I'm on the original box, you know, kind of thing. So
well, watching it was refreshing because it was like open areas that I was watching,
Yeah.
open areas, hybrid desert oasis. It was just beautiful.
yeah, the vibe I get from this game, I'm gonna go right into this. I feel like it's more of a it's like a hybrid Assassin's Creed / Far Cry.
Sure.
That's what it feels like, a third-person Far Cry.
Okay.
You got to be careful.
Yeah.
Third-person Far Cry. It felt like that, although later on it started feeling more like Assassin's Creed. But initially, it felt like a Far Cry Assassin's Creed was hybridly. They had a
Melded
baby.
together.
They melded together.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I love your bird in this game.
Okay.
Senu?
Yeah, how do you know that?
I know a lot about it.
He's been reading up on it, man.
No, I just know.
Do you know what's so cool about this game? Speaking of the bird,
Yeah.
they have the Far Cry, like you hop in your camel and you can autopilot it to wherever.
Yeah, I watch people do that. Mm-hmm.
You can, while you're traveling, hop into your bird flying above and go a completely opposite direction.
Cool. Very cool.
Well, what's cool about this
and
is it's
explore while traveling.
Explore while
it's
traveling.
Assassin's Creed Origins, right? So it's explaining how the Assassins came to be. The original Eagle Vision was an eagle.
I like it.
See what I mean?
Don't tell me more.
Okay.
Don't tell me anything
Well,
else.
no, I just guessed that because I mean, it's an
okay.
eagle.
Yeah.
Okay, so first 10 minutes, you were in the menus and tutorial, not impressed. Second 10 minutes, the camel cheered you right up.
The camel running on the cracked camel.
Going further, gameplay, like it, don't like it. What are your thoughts?
No, I really like it. One of the reasons, this is going to sound really stupid, and I know a lot of people agree with me, and I don't know if they disagree, but Mass Effect 2 had this dumb, stupid mini game where you would go from planet to planet and you would mine resources.
Sure.
They kind of added that into the bird.
Okay.
So, like I said, you can be traveling with your camel on crack to, that place over there.
Sure.
But you can be flying up on your bird, and then you can go and find pelts because there's hunting.
So it's hunting. Oh, very cool.
Yeah, it's actually, I played this game for about 2.5, 3 hours.
Sure.
Probably 2.5 of those hours was hunting.
You're digging the hunting.
Yeah, it's awesome. And your bird it helps you hunt, like automatic pilot hunt. So I'm like sneaking around hunting, and I'm killing because when you shoot like one doe or whatever your
Sure.
deer or whatever you're looking to hunt, your bird comes down occasionally. I can't control it and just kills another one.
Okay.
But when you shoot one, they all scatter. But you can get two.
Oh,
randomly.
I see.
Your bird's awesome. He's
Okay.
like my best friend in this
Okay.
game.
Stealth was a concern for you. How is it handled?
So the stealth is the classic Assassin's Creed. I felt like that game was a stealth game that you could play action-y combat.
Sure.
This is definitely action-y combat that you can play stealth.
Okay.
So I feel like it's more geared towards just going in and doing stuff. Although it does get kind of hard, but it feels like the stealth is
now, can
it's
you
not
mess-
an afterthought. It's just not as
Now, can you mess
power-
with difficulty when you start up the game? Are there different difficulty
There's
levels?
easy, medium, hard.
And what are you on, medium?
I'm normal. Yeah,
Okay,
I wanna
so I
play
wonder if
normal.
on hard, that's where stealth takes into effect. Like if hard, it punishes you for going in.
Yeah, well,
Guns blazing.
They have a skill tree that's based strictly on combat and you have 3 skill trees. You have hunting, combat, and like tech something.
Sure.
Which the tech sounds really fun. I can't wait to get that unlocked.
Get into the tech, yeah.
Because it's like poison and you can set traps and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But the fact that there's a whole combat tree of just smashing things, and just increasing your melee power, it's you can stealth if you want to, like I am.
Sure.
And you do get double the XP for the kills. But it's definitely more actiony than the other ones.
Okay.
But whatever, I'm enjoying the stealth kills.
Yeah.
I really am.
So overall, very first impressions. You only have a couple hours in this game. It just released today. Very first impressions. Assassin's Creed.
I really, really like it. A lot.
really like it.
I really like it a lot. Like I said, there's animation things like with the camel, which any big game like this has issues.
Sure.
But I love it.
Is that the issue? Is that an issue though? Did they do it on purpose?
It doesn't look normal. The camel is like on.
In all
crack.
fairness, camels do not look normal though.
Yeah. Hey, sorry. Did you mention the new combat? The way the combat works? Did you?
What
like
do you
it?
want?
I just want to know if you liked it. I missed if you.
I'm still getting used to it.
Okay.
The targeting system is. It feels like so you can like Zelda. Your
Well, you can like parry
Navi.
behind them, and they can do the same to you and stuff.
Yeah. Your you know how you can target people like in Zelda?
Yeah.
You can do that in this. I feel like that doesn't help me as much because there's always like 4 guys around you.
Yeah.
I like to see the whole picture, not just focused in, because it's kind of like Shadow of War or Batman in the fact that you can fight multiple people, but there's no quick time animation, so you gotta pay attention.
You gotta do the one that okay.
Quick time events. You gotta pay attention to that guy behind you, and they do attack you kind of at once.
One last question for you,
and
probably the most important question you'll ever be asked about this game: have you ran into a crocodile yet?
No.
Though they look nasty, man. They look nasty.
So speaking of water,
yeah,
this is one of my favorite water animation games.
Have you jumped in the
ever.
water?
Yeah.
So it actually you jump in and it actually does this really cool ripple effect animation.
Yeah. Oh,
like,
yeah.
It's really cool.
I jumped into a place with like reeds and dirt and mud and stuff,
Dude.
and I felt gross. And I'm not in the game.
That's
and I was
funny.
like, I gotta go shower.
Best water animations I've seen since Battlefield 4 or 3, because Battlefield 3 is when they put like the water on the server. So like it was done different. Anyway.
No, yeah,
really
I love
cool.
the water animation. I actually had that in my notes to bring up.
Wait for the 1X, man. That's why I think this game's gonna be that's why I'm having. It's hard.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a good one. On
So
the
so how I got this is I just went and Redbox this game. So
that's what
I
you
thought
were
I'd
saying.
play it now and then Redbox it, and then I'm really.
You're gonna buy it. It's that good of a game. You recommend it just off your initial first impressions. These are just initial first impressions.
Yeah, the bird flying in the air with the hunting, and he'll track does for you.
Yeah.
Or like the jaguars or whatever. He'll keep an eye on it while you go do something else, and then you can go back and then hunt that thing.
Can I ask one more question?
Yeah.
And this might be a spoiler question.
Oh.
Is it very Abstergo heavy?
No, not at all.
Okay, because I know I liked the Abstergo storyline in 1 through 3, but after that, I feel like it was just trying to push along this. You know what I mean?
I've seen.
Have you been to the headquarters in Abstergo? Because that did, honestly. I got tired, especially Black Flag. I just wanted to be a pirate, and they kept pulling me back to modern day. Like, stop it! I just want to be a pirate.
I wonder if the rest of the community thought that, because they have the desync and the synchronize, with the fast travel areas and stuff,
because you're in your ancestors' memory.
But they have not mentioned it yet. I've been playing the game for 3 hours, and it hasn't been brought up or anything. It just starts you into the game, and you're playing the game. One of the last features that I really like is they have their own version of treasure maps and puzzles. Treasure map puzzles.
Nice.
Just
Very
like
nice.
Just like Black Flag.
Red Dead Redemption.
And Red Dead Redemption, yes.
Where it would show a picture of something. It's a written puzzle that you have to figure out where the treasure is. Really cool.
Like that. Okay.
So it's a written puzzle.
Yeah.
Like the puzzle I got was something about
Go
something.
left, and then right, then left again.
And it's something and something to something. And then I'm like, Which, by the way, I'm sorry to keep bringing it up. Your bird is the greatest thing ever. Your bird can fly over and
Eagle
find
vision,
dungeons underneath the water.
Eagle vision.
Yeah. He flies underneath the water. Anyways, it's just I really like this game.
So
I think it has promise.
The year off definitely benefited them.
Yeah, I think so.
And that it's the same team that did Black Flag, one of the other great ones.
I mean, I've only been playing this game for 2.5, 3 hours, but it's got my approval so far.
Yeah.
I really like it. And I love my camel on crack.
Well, there you go, Mr. McSpicy. Very first impressions, a must-buy in his opinion. If you want to join us, if you want to have interesting discussions like this while you're at work, while you're sitting behind your computer, or you're relaxing through the day, if you want to connect with the community, head over to Discord. Follow us there, or join our Discord server, rather. Just go to XoneBros.com. The Discord invite is there. It'll bring you right into the server. It's a great time. The clans are there. LFGs are there. We talk about sports, gamer strength, Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, everything. It's just a great way to get to know a great bunch of guys. We have over 600 people in the server right now, and it is fantastic. I love it over there. Come join us, Discord, XoneBros.com. Hit the Discord button, and it'll pop you in. Jordan, what did you play this week? Anything? Any big news? Any big games? Are you still in Shadow of War then?
Yeah, I got to finish that. Like really badly.
Okay.
Well, no. So Assassin's Creed and Shadow of War are very similar games.
But the thing that's going to be hard is I'm thinking, do I just power through Shadow of War? Do you think if I power through Shadow of War, I'll just be like open world out and won't want to play Assassin's Creed when it comes out on the 1X?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, I have.
No, I don't think so. I think those are different enough games.
No, I think I've played both.
Yeah.
They're pretty close.
Really? You think so?
Yeah,
but
they're
you think
pretty
the
close.
environment being
Like,
different?
And plus, Lord of the Rings is so distinct, I feel like.
Yeah. I mean, if you like one, you're going to like the other.
Yeah, okay.
But the thing is, I don't want to go through all the way because I want to finish Shadow of War. But if I go all the way through it, will I not want to play Assassin's Creed? That's my. I don't
I'm
think
in
so.
a conundrum.
Well,
and here's
man.
why: because of the X, you're gonna have 4K graphics and HDR, and it's just gonna be a spectacle to behold.
I hope that doesn't happen because Assassin's Creed has crafting, it has loot system, it has.
See, what I'm thinking of doing with Shadow of War is just main story only. Just get the main story out of the way, and then really.
I hate putting blinders like that on.
I don't mind.
You know, if you see something in the distance, you should go check it out.
Well, I'm thinking main story.
Not this guy. He's a power player.
I'm thinking main story,
P
and
over
then
P.
Assassin's
P
Creed.
over
I
P.
just
Pop.
I go find that alligator, that crocodile. You know what I mean?
Oh, I
Assassin's
like that.
Creed. I take my time. I do the crafting. I do all that stuff. You know what I mean? So
I
then
like
I don't
that.
get like burned out. You know?
Yeah.
I think you can enjoy both.
But and then there's another
But this
game.
this is my opinion, who has not had any experience in Assassin's Creed. So
Or should I just bag Shadow of War
no.
and then just start playing Assassin's Creed right now?
No, I think you have the right idea. Wait till the Xbox One X. I think that's a
That's-
good strategy.
That's literally what, like
12
12 days away?
Not even 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's like 10 days away now.
yeah.
You bring up something that I want to say. If you've never played an Assassin's Creed before, this is a perfect game to get into.
Mm.
It doesn't throw you off with all the Abstergo, whatever.
Technically, it's the best one since it's the beginning,
Yeah,
right? I
Right
mean,
off.
you learn how the assassins came to be.
It's an origin story, you know.
It's in the title.
Yeah. No, I think it's a really good game to start if you've
Yeah.
never played. If you're worried about that, no, it just throws you
So-
in, and
Yeah, I played my usual games. You know, Shadow of War.
Let me ask you
I
this: Have
played-
you jumped into Forza? Because I'm gonna crush you when we play Forza.
I beat you all the time.
No,
man.
no, you
It's-
don't.
I
No, you
get
don't.
bored.
I've
Chat-
watched David.
chat-
I've watched David play. You're in for some.
Chat can attest. My skill has risen substantially.
He's got like the only thing you have on.
The only thing I have off is
Manual.
shifting manual,
Yeah.
which I wanna.
And you have the yellow button.
I have that
Y
turned on.
Turned on.
Oh, and I do have yeah. When those are the last two things to go away. The
No, I'm
last two
just kidding.
assists.
I don't have that turned off. I still have all my.
So
You get rid of that rewind button, man. You're gutsy.
it's real.
yeah.
It just got real.
Dude, I did play Overwatch this week again.
Yeah.
I'm getting a mean Mercy, man.
Oh, Mercy,
Yeah.
mean Mercy,
Mean one.
dude. You should be Mercy for Halloween. I'll pay for your costume.
Okay.
You make it. Tell me what you need. Balloons,
The stick,
Balloons, wings,
wings,
balloons,
and a wig,
and a banana
and a,
thong.
and a staff. Does she have a banana thong? Really?
Well, it depends on what outfit you're looking
Oh,
at.
okay. Dude, we should all be Overwatch characters. That'd be cool.
That would be cool. Who would be
Um,
Winston?
I could pull
I
off
think
a
Spicy
Winston.
could do Winston.
Yeah, I could pull off a Winston.
What about Junkrat? Would be a cool one.
Don't you dare say I could pull off Roadhog.
I wouldn't even think of Roadhog.
Oh.
No, I would want to be the person I would want to be is Genji because he's a robot ninja.
I would be Hanzo then because he carries around a bow.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And you would be
Hey, on Halloween, is it okay to
The
carry
cowboy
around
guy.
weapons?
I'd like to be
McCree.
a cowboy guy.
Yeah,
McCree.
you would be
That's how
McCree.
much I played
Yeah.
that game.
Hey,
the cowboy guy.
Is it like on
I
Halloween?
knew who you were talking
I want to be
about.
the cowboy guy.
On Halloween, is it acceptable to carry around weapons?
Technically, yes. It's also acceptable to dress like a slut. I thought about going to work as the slutty nurse,
With a weapon?
like making a statement here, because girls
A
at
slutty nurse cowboy.
girls at work can dress like that. Why can't I dress like that for work?
Maybe you need the banana thong.
Yeah, like why can't I go in and be the slutty nurse at work?
I
we'll see.
You're,
We'll see
you're
if it
asking the
works.
hard-hitting questions.
Yeah, I'm seriously debating this.
Next
This is
thing
where
you
my
know-
life my life has become.
Next thing you know is full-time streaming coming to David.
I hate my job that much. I'm trying to just push it all the way to the edge.
Chat is requesting that you be Widowmaker.
Oh, Widowmaker would be sweet.
She is French
She is French.
I could
So-
see you in dark
and
hair.
blue.
It's happening.
Oh, I could do that.
Yeah, I
You
see
could
you
just
as
Walk
Widowmaker.
around.
That
"You're
would
in
be
my
hot."
Sight. No one escapes my sight, or whatever she says.
Yeah.
So guess
I'll do
what?
that.
Speaking of Halloween and Halloween costumes, Tuesday, October 31st, that is Halloween. The three of us, the bros, at 10 o'clock Eastern, we're going to do a Diablo 3 Halloween stream.
What is that our time?
That's 10 Eastern. It's 8 o'clock our time.
Okay, well,
10 Eastern. 10 Eastern, a Diablo 3 Halloween stream. Wait for it. We have 5 count them, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 Diablo 3 codes that we will be giving away. All you got to do is be in Stream and Mixer, and we will randomly select people to give those away to for Halloween. Happy Halloween. It's our attempt to give back to the community, to celebrate Halloween together.
I say,
and to enjoy it as a group.
We jump into like a real nasty, bloody, gory Nephilim rift.
Okay,
just
I'm
to
there.
Start
I'm
out
down.
there, you know, just to really get the Halloween vibe going.
I'm there, yeah.
You had me a bloody and nasty. I'm in.
Just a real good one.
You didn't have
That's
me
how
till Rift, but I'm there too. Anyways, come join us Tuesday, October 31st. We will celebrate Halloween together, and we've got 5 Diablo 3 codes that we will be giving out to the community. We look forward. If you want Diablo 3, let me tell you, Diablo 3 is fantastic. I'm so excited to play this. It's the perfect Halloween game. Myself, guess what I played this week, guys?
I know what
Take
you
a guess.
played.
Take a wild guess.
Minecraft.
I did play some Minecraft.
The new Colossus.
Actually, so I have a story about Minecraft. I set aside. So I have my castle downtown.
Uh-huh.
It's basically right where we spawn.
Yeah, you are
It's my
the
castle.
you
I'm
are
like the center.
Yeah, what would you call that? Territory 0?
Yeah. Ground
zero. That's where the
Ground zero.
pandemic
Territory
broke.
0, ground 0.
Ground zero. I will be changing my place of residence.
You're moving out.
I'm moving out. Moving out
You're getting
out
into
of
one of those
my parents'
HOA
house
neighborhoods,
there.
huh?
Getting out of the HOA. I'm just moving out back behind my castle. I've laid out. I'm making a big mansion for myself, and I'm going to tear down the central castle there, and I'm going to build a town hall.
You were able to
city administration
I like it.
building with pillars. And
We
the
should
whole
put up rules on the wall that say you can only dig down, not into someone else's lots.
We need it. There needs to be. We need to get a.
And you can't steal paintings off the wall.
And you can't take other people's stuff.
So
You were able
I'm
to get
thinking
some
in
real estate back
I'm
there?
thinking, yeah.
Dude,
It's
who's
been
your
all-
agent,
It's
man?
been all
Because
cleared
that's-
out. Eagle Eyes.
Wow.
She's my agent. She was
Because
like,
we were packed to the brim.
she's like, come over here, and it's right between me. I'm in prime real estate, this mansion, because right behind me is Free Radical's massive highway. Don't know if any of you have seen it. It's massive.
Yeah.
It's like 8 lanes.
Dude, the commute for you is going to be
It's
fantastic.
great. That's partly why I'm there, close to the freeway.
Are we
Nice
gonna have,
commute to
like,
Yeah,
work.
it's better to work.
Multiple rails on that? Because that would be sweet to be
We
going
could do
back
that.
and forth.
Has anybody
could
like
do
seen
that.
my tower lately? There's still a giant hole in the roof.
Oh, so
'cause
this
that
morning-
Your
stupid
towers
tree.
have guys on it all the time.
Yeah, you got to put candles.
I
up on
did.
top
They're
of your
up there.
roof.
Someone must be taking them down because they are up there.
No, this morning I look up and I'm just like overlooking the kingdom. This is how I'm ending my stream. I'm like, guys, let's overlook the kingdom, and I'm overlooking it. And there's a guy in gold armor on top of your tower, just looking out. And I was like, oh, there's
To be
there's
fair,
Yo.
if they're spawning up there, they're not spawning in other places. And if they fall, they're dead.
yeah, from his, they're dead
Yeah.
for sure.
I just want my tower to be, and Mark does it. It like completes my goal. Like as you walk by, you just like turn and look up, and then just walk away. Like yeah, that's mine. I want my real house to be like that one day too. You just kind of like, what the? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Anyways, I'm really looking forward to the move. Also, I'm thinking in the administrative building in the city hall, that's where we'll get rid of the community shed, and all of the community chests and stuff will
Dude,
be
you're-
inside city hall.
We might. This is gonna be crazy. We might have, like, because if you're like starting government, man,
Yeah,
like there might be a revolution. This is like how it starts.
This is how it starts. This is the beginning of the end, is what
Yeah.
you're saying. The beginning of the end. Well, we've
No.
got a church. We've got to have another civic center here. It's
Yes.
going to be the
Church. Yeah,
the
church is cool
administrative.
because
Church of the Elder Dragon.
That's
Nick
my
Spicer's
church. I
church.
started the Church of the Elder Dragon.
you
And
gotta worship.
I cannot believe. I get that there's a burglar going around taking paintings. I don't
He's
understand.
probably putting creepers in my house because there was candles up there.
I have signs up on my church that say the Church of the Elder Dragon and my address,
You know what you need?
and somebody's taking those off of my church.
They're like, haha,
It's
watch
because
this.
you know what it is. You haven't added a confessional.
He does
you
have
got. Do you?
Oh,
have a
no, he
confession-
doesn't have a
You got to
confessional.
add a
He has
confessional.
a prayer. He has a prayer
and you
kneeler.
got to
He's got
sit
a
in one
kneeler.
side. You have the people come in and confess their sins.
True, I gotta add that.
And instead of like,
Okay.
you
No,
know,
and this could be the confession. It's a confessional, but you confess on a sign. Everyone drops their different signs
Yeah.
confessing. That's the Minecraft.
forgive me
confessional.
for I have sinned, and then just
And then David, you're gonna have a lot. I took all your stone out of your chest.
my
Yeah,
bad.
Do you know what? Because well, David, I'm okay with you doing that
Sure,
because
sure.
I feel like it's taxes.
He is the government. Yeah, he is.
I feel like it's taxes. Although
reaching
I
into
should
your
be
wallet.
tax exempt.
I'm just reaching into your wallet and taking it out. That's what I'm doing. No, I played Wolfenstein. That's right. Wolfenstein
That's
2
dirty,
is
man.
here. I have been waiting for this game. I'm going to make a recommendation that I never make with this game. Are you ready for this recommendation? I never make this recommendation. So you can play this game without playing the first Wolfenstein because at the very beginning it catches you up. However, jumping into Wolfenstein, and granted, these are my first impressions of Wolfenstein 2. Keep that in mind, just like you, just a few hours in.
Yeah.
Wolfenstein 2. I'd play the first one before playing this.
Really?
I think you'd enjoy it so much more. They do catch you up and they tell you the entire story, and they do a really good job of summarizing it for you at the beginning. But it's not the same because what makes the first Wolfenstein so good is that the way the story develops and how you go, and then you end, and it's like, oh, and now you get to start right from that. And they do such a good job of starting right from where the game ends in the first Wolfenstein. And the reason that I say go back and play the first one is because number 2 is just like the first one, and it is beautiful, and it is good, and it is smooth as butter, 60 frames a second. But what they've nailed even better than number one, story fantastic. Number 2, the storytelling is on steroids. The way they're telling the story, mind blown. Serious mind blown right
Can I
here.
ask a question?
Ask away.
Go ahead, Jordan.
And this may be spoiler as well.
Okay. If it is, I just won't answer it.
Have you met that crazy lady yet?
I will not answer this.
Because she's a character, man.
I cannot
you know
answer
which one I'm
this.
talking about? The one from the first one.
Yeah.
She's one of the
I cannot answer this.
She is one of the best villains in a game.
Dude, this
She's
game
nuts.
is full of great villains. Let me tell you what they do in this. And this isn't spoiler. This is in the first 10 seconds of the game. They jump around. And this is why the storytelling is so genius. They jump around to the first Wolfenstein, current day, where you're at, what's happening to you. And then they jump back to you as a child and what makes you you. It's basic. It's almost
what
like
makes
a
you have that squared cut.
What
you know,
makes you a Nazi killing tough
Bad, eh?
guy, badass whose intestines can hang out of his stomach and you can still murder people.
They do, don't they? Isn't that the level?
And it all
They're hanging
happens.
out
It all begins when you're a child, and it is the coolest. I'm sitting there, jaw-dropping stuff happens, and you're just like, oh my gosh. Then, just like in the first one, McSpicy will attest to this because he was watching me stream when I did the first one. The music will blow your mind in this game. The music is fantastic, and you're like going down hallways, and this music kicks in, and you're like, oh my gosh.
Well, what they did so well was the music wasn't just there because you need music. The music added to the atmosphere.
And that's exactly what this does.
Like when I still remember, and I wasn't even playing, I was just watching you play. You're climbing up this wall, and you've been going up there for a good 20 seconds, and you have your gun in your hand, and then all of a sudden the bass line kicks in.
Yeah.
Do, and you feel like such a badass.
The music in this game is so good, and I feel like they're using it more frequently than they did in Wolfenstein 1, and that's not a bad thing at all. That's just, it is on point. Acting on Verba asks if it's as good as Doom. I was a huge fan of Doom. Bethesda does both of them. I think Wolfenstein 2... in my opinion, is better than Doom because of the way they're telling the story right now.
Did you get your strawberry shake?
Doom gunplay is so good. It's hard to beat that gunplay because it's Doom. It's just a different feel to it. Wolfenstein, though, right now, the story is just so good. And that 60 frames per second, the solid plot, it's just like mind blown. That's all I can say. Now, I will give a final review when I finish this. I will have this game beat and finished by our next podcast. Guaranteed. Nice. Take it to the bank.
Okay.
One last question.
Yes.
In the second one, is there still...
There's still a love story.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
The blonde girl. That was good.
Yeah, there's still a love story really that's existing there.
Now, in the second one, is there's still the crazy Nazi metal dogs? Because those, I hated those, man. They scared me.
There is everything and more.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you remember the dog? Did you remember the dogs?
I don't.
They always like came out of nowhere.
Okay, can I just tell you how you started in this game?
Yeah.
Just to give you an idea.
So wait.
I think I know how you start.
No, I'm not going to tell you the story. I'm just going to tell you as a player.
Okay.
How you start.
Okay.
And this summarizes Wolfenstein to the T. You are injured, so it takes off from the end. You get injured in the last of them. Anyway,
you get the holy.
So you're injured, and so as a result, you're in a wheelchair. And you're rolling down, and the gun is in your lap. And when you get to a bad guy, you just pick up the gun, bah, 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 and then you roll your wheelchair some more. Then, if you sneak up and stealth kill, which is an achievement, so make sure you do this because I did it. You can when you stealth. I'm like you can stealth because I snuck up behind this guy.
Stealth kill from a wheelchair?
Dude,
It squeaks like that.
WD-40'd up. You wheelchair up. When you stealth kill someone in a wheelchair, he punches him in the gut and he grabs his head, just bashes it against the handles, and you just become all bloody all over. It's the coolest thing ever. And it just summarizes. That is, you want to know what Wolfenstein is? That is Wolfenstein.
That's funny. You know what's cool in Assassin's Creed that I did that's a rare achievement?
Yeah.
I killed a guy, stealth killed, and then I threw it out just randomly in the desert, and a jaguar came and ate it. And I got a rare achievement that said using a body to feed the animals. It's awesome.
Anyways, I highly recommend this game. It's a must buy. Granted, these are just my first impressions. It could end up being an egg, but I
They
don't
put
think
all
so.
the money into
It's just
the first 20 minutes, and then they just cut out after that.
No, super good. Loving this game. And
Well,
this is
wait,
again,
how-
I never recommend this because I always say just jump into number 2, especially if they do this. But if you know you're gonna like number 2 and you want to play number 2, just play number 1 because there is nothing like the story, and you just don't get. They do a great job of summarizing it. They show you all the cutscenes. They even show you the choices that you make, and they actually make you remake these choices in this game. But you've just got to play it, and then starting at number 2, it'll make it that much better for you. It'll take it from, if this game is a 9, if you just start off, this game will be a 10 if you play it, if you play number 1, because it just makes it that much more immersive. So good. Really liking this game a lot.
Okay.
Well, I just wanted to ask you because you said the gunplay wasn't as good as Doom. Is it good though?
No.
Or is it
okay,
as good
okay.
as Doom?
No, let
Sorry,
me
Doom is,
rephrase that.
Top tier.
Yeah,
man.
yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's what I'm
let me
saying. Like,
rephrase
is
that.
it-
It's not. It's different. I don't. It's not that it's better. I prefer the Doom gunplay just because Doom is so smooth. It's you're in hell, right? And so smooth
Mars.
and so fast.
That's how you
And it-
explain
and
the
it-
gunplay.
And it has to be.
because you're in hell.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why it's great.
And you're fighting demons, man.
Yeah.
And it has to be smooth because the amount of demons that are coming at you is just
So
smooth and fast.
paced.
This is different because it's
Well, because you can be more stealthy. And
it's
stuff in
more
this one, too,
human
yeah.
element. They care about stealth. Doom, you don't want to be stealthy. You want to just blow
because
everything up.
you got to do the kill,
And so
to
it's
start
when I say
multiplying
when I
everything.
say it's smoother, Doom is smoother in the respect that it's wave after wave after wave after wave of bad guy coming at you. In Wolfenstein, there's lots of guys coming at you that you're fighting, but it's just not with this. It's not the same as Doom. It's just different.
Yeah.
It's fantastic on point gameplay. I actually think that first person single player shooters, because the discussion has popped up all over the web. Is single player over? Is there going to be more single player game? Especially with EA saying that the Star Wars single player game is going to become multiplayer. They're switching it when they close Visceral Studios. And I don't think it's over. And I think this is a great example. Bethesda is killing it. And these will be seen as some of the best games of this generation, if not top 25. You know, like they're that high tier of quality. And it's so refreshing to just be in a game that's its sole focus. And I'm sure it is with Assassin's Creed even.
Yeah.
That's its sole focus, and they pay attention to every little minute detail. It runs smooth. It runs great. I love it, especially as a first-person shooter, because the only other first-person shooters that I ever play is multiplayer-centric. Like, I never play the campaign in Battlefield. I never play or Battlefront or Call of Duty, right? It's all multiplayer in those types of games.
Yeah.
This is only single player. That's all I care about. Screw the rest of the world, and they go for it, and it feels really good. It's refreshing.
I like it.
All right.
I'm excited to play it. I actually really am.
Speaking
it's
of
hard.
details, I forgot to mention this. I keep bringing up Assassin's Creed. I'm sorry, because I played it and I like it.
It's Broketober.
when
This is
you-
Broketoberfest. This is the
Wait.
the climax of it.
Oh, okay.
Today, it
when
all
you
came.
climb out of that water that we talked about, speaking of details,
Yeah.
your guy does a little shimmy with his arms and he like shakes it off,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh, that's what I would do.
Like Taylor Swift, shake it off.
Yeah, you know what? I'm guessing that's
where
what
they-
was their inspiration. Was
They just green screen Taylor Swift. And stole her
he does this
animation.
little shimmy. It's so cool.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I'm glad.
That's funny. Community plays. We had one this last week. We had the Battlefield 1 community play. Mr. McSpicy, you had a chance to jump in and do the community play.
Yeah.
How was it, Battlefield 1? Give us an update.
No, it was really fun. We got to play with
A bunch of people.
a bunch of people, and I feel like I'm getting worse at that game.
It's just different. It's a game
Yeah.
I think that you just got to get. You jump into it and it takes you a couple couple rounds to get into it.
There was a match I did really good, but the rest of them I did not do very good.
You've got to find your weapon too in that game. Like I
Well-
know my weapon and I just stick with it.
Well, yeah, but I feel like I don't know. If I'm not doing good, I feel like I'm not helping my squad.
I feel like we all remember there was a couple matches where we were all top. We were like our squad won.
No,
Our two squads because we were always 2 or 3 squads in it.
yeah. I wish I was better though.
All
That's
right,
all I'm
okay.
saying.
Okay.
My bar is set pretty high.
Your bar
for-
is you have a
for
high bar standard.
competitive PvP shooters. My bar is high. And so
Ronan says that Mr. McSpicy. At least you can be a distraction though.
that's true. Well, that happened
You
lots
can be
of
the
times.
guy that lays
Oh,
on the chain
Tell
link
the
fence.
story of when we were. I forget what map we were in. It's the map with the towers, and you were sitting there being healed, and the other guys were being healed, and you're
Oh,
just
yeah,
shooting at
that
each other.
was
It was
so
you and
great.
Barber. I think Barber was healing you.
Captain Barber.
Capitan.
I was late, so it was this big map. It was I don't know what map it is.
They're all pretty big.
It's the big. What's one with the ones with the castles, like the broken castles?
Yeah.
Mhm,
I
mhm.
don't know.
Yeah, with the battleship.
We were.
Mhm.
Yes, that one.
Yeah.
That map. There. I
Or the
think it was
Dreadnought,
near.
sorry.
It was
Dreadnought,
in
yeah.
between C and D. There's like a road, and then there's 2 towers there
Mhm.
that are real close. It's just a distance of a road.
Yeah.
And I was laying, prone, pointing at across to the other tower, and the other guy was doing the same thing, and I was getting so many points because I would kill him, and there was a medic right next to him reviving him, and I just kept shooting him, and I was getting killed, and Barber was healing me. It was a stalemate
It was
in true World War I fashion.
yeah, that's exactly how it goes.
And,
Anyways,
that was awesome. We eventually got overwhelmed, but
Yes.
I did take at least 16 kills from one guy over and over and over.
it's a great time. 3rd Saturday of every month. This last month it was Battlefield 1. For this month, the month of November, we're trying something new. We'll see how it turns out. If it works out well, we will continue forward. We're going to be upping the community plays from 1 weekend a month to 2. Now it's
Dose.
this month. It's going to be the 1st and 3rd Saturday of the month. Saturday, November 4th. Saturday, November 4th at noon Eastern. Both of them start. But on November 4th, we're going to be doing Forza 7 multiplayer. That's right, Forza 7 multiplayer. Now, we might be friends before the race begins, but we're going to hate each
Won't
other
be
after it
afterwards.
because that's how that goes. And then on Saturday, November 18th, we are going to jump back into some Battlefield 1. If you'd like to join us in the community plays, just keep those dates in mind. Saturday, November 4th and the 18th. This month, it's going to be Forza 7 and Battlefield 1. We're bumping it up because it's such a fun time. Everybody loves it. We love it. If you
can
don't
be
have
there.
the game,
Oh.
now if you don't have the game, you don't have to wait a whole month to jump into the next community play. Just every other week, basically, is what the community plays are going to be. So we'll see how that goes.
Captain Barber's in chat. Hey, how's it going? Yeah,
He was a healing machine. That's
he
what
was
he
the
said.
healing machine.
That's what he said. And with that, let's get this show on the road.
Wow,
Jordan.
that was like 15 of them.
This is the news segment. The news segment is brought to you by Patreon. If you want to support positive gaming, if you want to get rid of the negativity in gaming, support this community. It's a great community. It's growing every day. We love it. We would like to do this full time. We would like to bring more great content and expand this community to take over the whole world, the whole world of gaming, that is. Head over to Patreon, patreon.com/positive gaming or XoneBros.com. Hit the support the show. $1 a month does it, and it enters you in every month to win a game. This month's games are, what were they again? I forget. I got it written down.
Some
Shadow of
good
War,
ones.
Assassin's Creed, or The Fractured Butthole.
All
If you're a Patreon,
good.
if you're a Patreon
games.
subscriber, you're entered into the raffle. You could pick one
This is
of those 3
Good
games.
month.
Jordan, tell us what is happening in the world that is Xbox One
Well,
this week?
like always, there's a lot of news, but we picked our favorite ones.
Favorite ones.
So first off, the world premiere of the Xbox One X console
World
Trailer.
premiere.
has dropped. The official world premiere trailer showing it off is out, and it's actually really cool.
Very nice.
They I think got the
It was Sunday
interns
night.
that worked over at DICE, and they made a pretty decent trailer.
It was really good.
yeah,
got
it
me
was
pumped.
like the song they pick, you're like, oh yeah.
Yeah,
And they do
nice.
it. They do like this close up of Assassin's Creed. It's pretty cool, man.
I like it.
It's pretty cool. So if you haven't seen it, go check it out. Also, it's almost November.
Yes.
So that means we almost get free new games.
That we do.
because
What are
it's
the
coming out.
what are the
So
free,
the free
new games
this
for
week?
November?
There's some good ones. There's some real good ones. The Xbox One games, Trackmania,
Yes.
which is an excellent game.
we
if you
purchased
want-
that game.
Yeah, and we played
played
like
it.
3 times.
So fun.
It really is. It's Hot Wheels.
It's
That's all it is. Like
It's Hot Wheels. It's the
going
Grand Theft
crazy.
Auto tiny
Yeah,
car
that's all it
racing
is. Yeah, just in a full game.
as a full game.
Yeah.
Wait, Trackmania?
Trackmania.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually own this game.
It's
Yeah,
the-
we
it's
all
the
do, yeah.
Games with gold this
It's
month.
a good one.
Yeah.
So it's that's November 1st through the 30th. The other Xbox One game, Tales from the Borderlands, November 16th to December 15th.
Have any of us played Tales of the Borderlands?
Not yet, but I always hear everybody says this is the best one.
Really?
I hear it's good.
I hear this one is one of the top tiers.
Really?
Like this is
And it's
Telltale,
free.
right?
Yeah,
yeah.
Telltale.
Better
Yeah.
than Wolf Among Us?
Yeah, I've heard from multiple people that they say this is the best one they've played.
Wow.
Given since the Batman one came out and season 2 of Minecraft, I haven't heard that since. But well, I mean, I haven't heard how good those ones
Yeah,
are.
yeah.
But,
In comparison.
yeah, but that's exciting.
So that's big.
So that one's coming out.
So a lot of people were kind of down on this month. I think it's a great month. I think Trackmania
Dude,
and
it's
Tales
free
of the
games,
Borderlands.
right?
Trackmania is one of those games that you don't know about, but it's a ton of fun.
Yeah.
That's a good game.
And then, of course, we get our 2 360 games. On November 1st through the 15th, we get Nights into Dreams. I actually never heard of that one on the
No, I never
360,
have.
so but now I can play it, right? That's
Go
what
try
Games
it
with
out.
Gold are for. And then, of course, on November 16th through the 30th, we get our second 360 game, which is Deadfall Adventures, which also I've never heard of.
Don't know either
And
of those either.
you know what's funny is some of the best games come out of like you've never heard of them before.
This
is
You
true.
know what I mean?
Like
For sure.
Trackmania.
Yeah, like Trackmania, exactly.
It's a
So
fun
those are the
time.
games for November, which is just next week.
Let me ask you guys this. Has there been a Games with Gold game that you've jumped into and played all the way through and beat?
I usually own them.
You usually
Yeah,
own them
I
already.
usually
That's
own
true.
them too.
I think
Like,
that's been our
wasn't
experience.
last month the Turing test?
Yeah, see,
Yes,
that
the
was
Turing
yeah,
test.
that was a good one.
That
And you've played that all the way through. It's been that same situation. So, but mostly on these free games with gold, I download them so that I have them for the future.
yeah.
On the ones that I haven't played, anyways.
The ones that we will play hopefully
One
someday
day,
before we
yes.
die.
Before we die,
Yeah.
when we have time to. That's going to be my retirement plan.
I
Playing
hear ya.
games,
Oh, well, that's a good plan.
That's right.
right?
Yeah.
I'll have my Seinfeld old man restaurant that I go to in the morning. Meet up with my friends, and then I'll go game it the rest of the day.
I would think that you would call it your cheers, basically, because I want to go to a place where everyone goes, spicy.
Everyone knows your name.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to go where people know all the troubles.
Yeah, that's where I want to go.
Very
Moving
nice.
on, Crystal Dynamics. We know them as the Tomb Raider reboot, but
Yes.
if you were a longtime fan of Crystal Dynamics, you also know them with the Legacy of Kain series. If you guys have ever heard of that,
I don't know. Legacy
I
of
have
Kain.
actually, I've never played these games, but I've heard a lot about it from my brother-in-law who
Okay.
really loved these games. And I saw this week, and I kind of got excited. Crystal Dynamic has tweeted or released some information of a character from the Legacy of Kain series, and people are speculating, thinking, oh, is it going to be a new game or a remastered version of the old game? But people are getting excited because I hear it's a very good game series. Actually, I tell a lie. I have played a game called Nosgoth, which I guess takes place in the Legacy of Kain
Yeah.
universe, which is pretty good. But be sure to, hopefully we can.
Cool, yeah.
Very cool. I like Crystal Dynamics. I think they did a good job with the Tomb Raider series.
Yeah.
So can I say something about Tomb Raiders?
Yeah.
I saw multiple headlines and reviews saying, and I quote from multiple major news outlets, it's not just one pigeonholed article here, saying Tomb Raider on the Xbox One X is worth the purchase of the Xbox One X all by itself. The Tomb Raider, the new 4K resolution,
Really?
Really?
the upgrade, how they did it with the, you can choose your 60 frames per second, you can choose your performance. Multiple headlines, multiple news agencies have that same feeling, that same premise, saying Tomb Raider worth it just by itself. If that's the only game you got for Xbox One X, that would be worth it alone. That makes me really
Yeah,
excited.
that's
Really
awesome.
excited. That's a great game. So to say that about an already great game means that they took an already great game and made it even greater.
Awesome. Okay, cool.
That's very exciting.
Very good.
All right, yeah. Next,
Very good, David.
Jordan,
Next story. Sorry, yeah, I was off
What are
screen.
you doing?
So,
Yeah, what are you
This
looking up,
next
man?
story I'm actually really excited for. Check this out. A new MMO coming to the Xbox
this is huge.
One. It's called Skyforge. It's a free-to-play MMO, which actually, we'll talk about that later. Anyway, it's a
Okay.
free-to-play MMO, Skyforge, coming to the Xbox One in November. I believe November 20th.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on that, is the release date. And then I think you can get it like November 9th-ish, early access. I know something like those with the dates. But next month, right?
Yeah.
This game came out in 2015. I think it went over to the PlayStation. Now it's come to the Xbox, which is really cool. I'm excited because I've been craving that MMO feel. I actually jumped back into Guild Wars
Oh,
this
did you
last week.
really?
Yeah.
You really
Which,
did,
by the
huh?
way, they have
Guild Wars
the-
2?
Yeah, they have the worst, and I mean the worst. Never seen anything more horrible password recovery system.
Oh.
Awful.
And everyone,
Really bad.
Jordan is a pro at
I-
password recovery.
I know.
He is an
Like it
expert.
is. I wouldn't even talk about it. Like that game can be a 10. Their password recovery system would bring it down to a 2. Like it is bad.
Yeah.
They suck at that. But what do you do?
So what makes you excited for the Skyforge
because I've
MMO?
been thinking about jumping back into World of Warcraft. Get back in the vibe there. Do the new raids and stuff. But I was like, I don't know. All these games coming out. I just want this MMO, right? And this one coming to the console will be fun. I can relax, play it. It looks like a good time.
So it's
15
it's
different
third person.
classes?
15 different
Switch
classes.
at will.
Yeah. So what's cool is
Whoa.
as you're playing and leveling up your character,
Mhm.
let's say the battle calls for a berserker class. Boom, can switch it right there in the battle to the berserker class.
Middle of
That's
a raid
cool.
boss, I'm like, oh crap, I'm a tank. Switch to a healer type of
So
thing.
it got
very cool.
pretty decent reviews.
Yeah,
I'm
it's-
looking them up. It's got 7s and 8s, some 6s.
It's
but
been
they're
out since
pretty decent reviews there.
Yeah, it's been out since 2015, I think. But I'm excited for an MMO now.
You're going to be getting this. So what were you going to say about free to play MMO?
Is it?
Man, you're really struggling here.
Well, I don't want to okay. The way in my head, and let me explain. I'm tired of the free to play model.
Okay.
With
Like, you know what I
MMOs?
mean? Like, yes, it's.
Okay.
I think Guild Wars does it good, and this brings them back up because their password recovery is awful. You buy the game and then you play, right? They
Sure.
still get the money from buying the game. They have an in-game shop where you can buy cosmetics, bag space. I'm
Yeah.
okay with, you know what I
Sure.
mean? Just little stuff like that, but the game is there. With the free-to-play games, there's a lot of. I mean, a lot of companies do it right, and it's but. Usually with free-to-play games, there's always you need to buy something.
So for
You know what I
MMOs,
mean?
did Neverwinter do it correct? Because that's free to play MMO. Whereas ESO is a pay to play in the respect that you got to buy the game
Yeah.
and then you jump in.
And then you jump in.
Did
and play.
Neverwinter do it correctly?
I think Neverwinter did a good job, but again, there's still when you're offered, hey, if you pay money, you can do this a little bit faster. It's
Sure.
hard not to pay the money. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And I don't think Neverwinter necessarily does that. Although, I mean, they kind of do, they kind of don't. But anyway, I prefer the Guild Wars or Warcraft method. Honestly,
So you
with
either want
MMOs.
to
I would-
subscribe
I would-
monthly or buy the game outright.
Yeah, with World of Warcraft, you buy the game and you still have to subscribe, which I'm okay with because the content you're getting in return is well worth it, and they
Sure.
have an in-game shop, which that game is just dominating. But I like the Guild Wars. You buy it, you play it. There's an in-game shop with stuff that doesn't really matter. You know what
Sure.
I mean?
Sure.
But-
You're just worried that Skyforge.
I mean, they
is-
do have XP boosts and stuff you can buy with real money, which I guess is pay to get there faster. But
You're worried that it will make it more tedious.
I've
because it's
never
free to play?
played Skyforge. You know what
So
I
you
mean?
don't
So I don't know how good it is on the PC. When it's free to play, there's always that look at Black Desert. They weren't free to play and they still went pay to win. You know what I mean?
Well, but
And
then,
that's
but
just
that's
in MMOs, the pay to win just I
Well,
tend to
okay. Jordan's making a statement here. So it went play to win, and then it came back and caught itself. You got to realize it's a Korean-based company. and
Yeah.
Korean games are all about the
it did come back.
pay to play.
But it lost
So
its way
don't.
for a while.
Hey, wait! Don't talk smack on my BDO.
No, it's
okay?
a good game, but they just lost their
'Cause
way.
I will
They
ta-
got
that's
lost
like
for a
talking-
while.
that's like
They got
talking
lost
about my
for a while.
mom.
Yeah.
All right.
Your
I love
mom's
that
hot
game.
then because
Yeah.
BDO
Yeah,
has
it
the
is
hottest
beautiful.
characters
And the
I
best
have
Oh,
ever
my
seen.
customization, yeah.
goodness.
No,
Your mom's hot.
so for example, we take battle. I don't know. Free to play. I don't know. Free to play in MMOs always worry me because MMOs are a huge undertaking. I mean,
Yeah.
all games are huge undertakings, right? But MMOs I feel are really big undertakings, and they got to make their money somewhere.
Yeah.
I'd rather just pay up front and play.
Yeah, especially with an
Than,
MMO.
you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
I'm worried. Is all.
I think
I hope it's a good one.
I think Ronan in chat summarizes how you feel. He says Path of Exile is fantastic. He wants a fully supported MMO, though they were talking Path of Exile is an excellent free to play game.
Yeah.
But he wants a fully supported MMO though, and it takes money for it to be the best it can be, i.e., WoW.
Yeah. I mean that's what I want though. Like if you can get
Yeah.
another World of Warcraft out there, I don't mind paying the $15
Having said that,
a month.
we don't know how Skyforge is.
No,
It's probably gonna be
I haven't tried it
fantastic.
out yet. I'm just super excited that we get another MMO coming to the console. The
I
trailer
agree.
looked awesome. I might even just try it on the PC a little bit now.
Well, I
you know,
like the
just,
15 classes switching between them.
In the trailer, it actually
battle.
shows the dual wielding gunslinger turn into like a two-handed swordsman.
Wow, that's cool.
No, it was cool. They really mixed sci-fi and fantasy in this one. It's pretty cool.
XCOM 2.
Yeah, free to play this weekend. Mark actually bought a free-to-play weekend game, so they work. So
Yeah.
you can play XCOM.
I bought Wildlands.
Yeah, you can play XCOM 2 for free this weekend. So if you're a huge strategy player, this is the game for you. Try it out. And if you decide to buy it, I think it's like 30% off, 40%. I mean, it's a huge deal.
Speaking of Wildlands,
Yeah.
I played that this week.
I saw you streaming it.
I jumped in. Yeah, I enjoyed it thoroughly. It took me. It's a little bit different. It took me time to get used to. It took me a few rounds, and I'm nowhere near good. Although I did contribute and kill people each time I played.
Good.
I was also revived each time I played. It's just
Did you
different. It's very, very. It's even a different feel than Rainbow Six.
So yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I played Assault.
Assault. Did you play with anyone you knew with a mic and everything?
No. This
That
was strictly
changes it.
streaming. Yeah,
That changes the
Oh,
game.
yeah.
I can imagine. I would
Coordination is key.
I would like to jump in with you guys. It's beautiful. Can I say that?
Yeah.
And also something that is so smooth. Why don't they use this engine in the Division? Because its use up against walls and objects in Ghost Recon is so smooth. It's so much smoother than the Division.
Well, the
Even, and it
Division
automatically does it, and then like peeks around a corner automatically for me, over the edge automatically for me. It's so smooth. I love it.
The only complaint I have about, Ghost Recon Wildlands is the muzzle flashes are so ugly.
Oh, really?
Like, and I feel bad.
Everything
Someone
else
probably,
is beautiful. And
Everything.
someone
Someone probably tried really hard, but I just think the muzzle flashes they don't feel right.
I actually never noticed the muzzle flashes.
In the single player, you notice it a lot because they're shooting automatic weapons at you. But
This is a game that's going to have a 4K upgrade too with the X.
Is
Yeah.
it really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And
maybe the muzzle flashes look good.
yeah,
there.
maybe that's what'll do it. The game right now in this PvP mode looks stunning, and
Well, it's such a fun game mode.
yeah. Oh, it's so good.
I had a shot
It's
with a sniper this
classic
week.
PvP.
I think Mark was there. I had this shot with a sniper. It was wonderful.
Oh man,
It was so good.
So what threw me off too was in the drone. I threw up the drone and I didn't realize it was on a timer, and so I kept thinking, "Why is this blowing up?" And I'm thinking I'm doing it
Oh, you have
wrong.
a battery, and you can get perks to make the battery last longer in your range
Very
further.
cool. Very cool. I
Yeah.
love that. It was so much. Anyways, great game. I'm really looking forward to jumping in with people. and
There are
playing
so
that.
many times, speaking of how good like the camouflage is and how dense in that game, there are so many times where you just lay there and the bad guys, the other team, will run right past you and you're in a ghillie suit. That doesn't happen in a lot of games.
No. So we got down a couple times to like 3v1 situations in the jungle. And so someone, when 3v1, they jumped up and hit the tower.
Yeah.
So then it pinged them, and I was right next to them, and it pings a circular area, not that wide. So everybody's throwing grenades in there. Just everyone's launching grenades. He got out because he like crawled out through the back, and then I just walk in. I don't see him. Killed me. And I was like, oh. And it kind of made me mad.
Well,
at that point in that game, I was like, ah.
I almost won a match when it was a 4v1 scenario, and they go to the satellite. This is what I do. When they go to the little
You pick 'em
radio
off, or-
tower.
you run into a small room and you just pick them off as they come through the door.
Mm.
And I
Smart.
Because they only have I guess they can refill their
15
grenades.
seconds. So they have 15 seconds to see you, and they know exactly where you're. Oh, they're in that building. Let's just go in there and kill them. Doesn't work that way. Not when there's a gun pointing right at that entrance. So
What if they
that's
just
you
toss a
do.
bunch of grenades in?
They weren't that smart when I did it.
You were on the lower tiers.
Although, Although I did have to reload in the last.
Yeah,
guy
I'm waiting
got
for
me.
that game to have like that game is it's coming. It's got to have a ranking system maybe similar to Rainbow Six Siege or something like that.
Oh, it would be
but
awesome.
it's going to be fun when that game gets into the ranked playlists. you know?
That mode sold me the game.
Yeah,
He bought the game specifically just for that
Really,
on
I
a free to play weekend.
on a free
So
to play
hey,
weekend.
try out
works.
XCOM
Free
for
to
free to
play.
play. Yeah,
Go check it
Awesome.
out. Sword Art Online.
Yeah, jumping across the Western Sea over to our friends in Japan for
Yes,
these next
sir.
couple stories. Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet has a release date.
I believe the Western Sea is called the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah, I'm calling it the Western Sea.
Okay.
I
more
actually
dramatic.
think that sounds more epic.
Yeah.
It does.
The Western
Western
Sea.
Seas.
Why didn't they call it, the Western Rim instead of
The
Pacific
Western
Rim?
I don't know.
See, Pacific sounds strong.
Uh,
Okay, the Western Sea, the Western Seas. Let's talk about that.
Western Seas.
Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet, February 2018. Not a specific day, but we got a month and a year. So we're getting closer. I'm excited for this coming to Xbox. February 23rd. We did get a date. Hey, I'm excited now. February 23rd, 2018. When I read, I just skip over important parts.
Yeah, clearly the
But
most
sorry,
important part.
February 23rd, 2018. We get Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet. Game looks really good.
So
Also
good.
looks super pretty.
Yeah.
Also, Metal Gear Survive. This is the Metal Gear Solid 5
Horde
zombie
mode,
horde
right?
mode where they get sucked into that crazy thing. That one is also coming out in February. Comes out February 20th, 2018. Big month.
Okay, let me ask
Big
you
month
this.
for
Let me ask you
February.
this. Do you think Metal Gear Solid needs a horde mode?
Hey, well, I mean, it keeps the game alive. I mean,
Yeah.
well, I'll probably jump into it again.
So,
I mean,
do you think horde mode
It
is
can't hurt.
overdone? Do you think that they should keep
Well-
doing it in games like Final Fantasy? Do you think Final Fantasy should throw a horde mode in there?
well, horde modes are fun. It's
Granted,
a
those are
co-op.
two different games because Metal Gear Solid is just based on killing things.
Yeah,
and
when
people.
it's a third-person shooter type
Yeah.
of thing. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it doesn't hurt, right?
Yeah.
Adding more features. I don't. Is this a free update? I think you have to pay for Metal Gear Survive.
Do you?
Yeah, it's a separate
Okay.
game.
So it's
Metal
a,
Gear Survive.
it's a
so
DLC?
It's its
Is it
own,
DLC or it's its own standalone game?
Well, I think it's its own standalone.
Okay.
So, but and I could be wrong.
I'm
but
getting-
I'm pretty sure it's its
I'm
own
getting a
standalone.
little worried here because Dark Knight in chat says so. There's a couple people in chat during the stream. In fact, I believe Difficult in chat here has already received his Xbox One X from Amazon. The pre-orders have
He
gone
already
out.
got it.
There's no way.
It's already gone out early. A lot of people on Twitter are saying they've already received notice that it's shipped. Mine has not yet.
That it's shipped. That's a big difference.
See-
Shipped and delivered is a huge
So-
They
difference.
sit at the little factory, the little UPS factory, until they get the go ahead.
The go ahead. Anyways, mine has not. Regardless, mine has not shipped yet. It's making me really nervous because Dark Knight in chat live as this is happening says I'm starting to see on Twitter. Looks like Amazon Xbox One X pre-orders. They pre-ordered too many. They're telling you you're not going to get some till December. That they ran out. I hope that is not the case.
Oh, that would suck.
Okay, Stupendous in chat says mine has not shipped, but I've got a note from Amazon saying I'll have launch day delivery. Did that camp see difficult? I got it today. Stupendous, did that come today? Any day?
Does it turn on?
Ronan,
I mean,
you
or
got,
is there like a thing that Microsoft sends out? that
Ronan, you
allows
got
them to all
yours
turn
as
on?
well.
Does it work? That's
You got yours as well, Ronan. I have not yet got mine. Oh man, this is making me. I'm gonna
That
be.
sucks.
Remember, I told you guys that would happen to me. I'm gonna be so pissed.
You know what? You can come over to my house and
Well-
play with me.
dude. What would Amazon do? They've got to do something.
I would be so pissed if I don't get mine.
Well, have you gotten a notification saying that you will get it?
No, I haven't. I got an
Check your
email
spam.
saying it will be
Check
here
your
before
spam
the
folder,
7th.
man.
Okay, continue with news. I'm checking my email right now.
Yeah.
This is happening.
So anyway, Metal Gear Survive release date February 20th. So that'll be fun. Another February game. Also, Attack on Titan 2 launch window. The launch window for Attack on Titan 2 will be March 2018, coming to the Xbox. This one's going to be cool. So a lot of returning characters come. You got Eren Yeager. You got
As long as the voice acting is as dramatic
Yeah, I
as
love
the
the voice
show,
Mikasa Ackerman.
then I'm
Armin-
there.
Yeah, you got Armin, but none of those hold a candle to my man,
Oh.
Levi. Probably the coolest
Yeah.
character in the history of characters.
Guys,
Ooh,
I've,
that's a bold statement.
He's cool. He's
guys,
one
I've
cool
not
guy.
received an email. Does this mean that?
Look at your Amazon order.
Okay, I'll go look at my Amazon order. Looking at it right now.
I don't know. I have in the history of characters. You ever watch the Goldbergs? Barry, I think, is
Barry
one of
Goldberg.
the
He's-
greatest characters
Now
ever
he's in
made.
the top 5, but I'm telling you, Levi is. You've seen Attack on Titan.
I have
you?
not.
David,
Oh.
Levi.
It's on my to-dos.
My
Tell me, come on.
Levi enters a scene and leaves you wanting more.
Well, and you know
Alright?
how they do it is
That's
they
what Levi
they do it
does.
so good because they don't give you too much of him. They just give you that little awesomeness, and then they take him away,
That's good.
and then
That's
they
how
bring
you
him
do it.
back, and he's just his demeanor is just like
They know the formula.
yeah. Okay, there's this. Okay, let me just side tangent of how awesome he is.
Yeah.
So there's Titans, right?
Mhm.
Anyway, so there's this scene where they're in this courtroom, and Levi's on the scout, right? He's he's probably humanity's best hope, right? Like
Levi is?
Levi is probably his humanity's best soldier
He's wow
against the Titans, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so there's these people are scared, like, oh, what should we? They have this prisoner, I guess if you want to call it, and they're debating what they want to do because they're scared that he's going to kill everybody. Levi walks up to the prisoner, beats the holy crap out of him. Like, he's the guy's shackled, and he just nails him. And he turns to the people that are scared, and he's like, "Would any of you do this?" No, because he has the kill set to kill him. You know what I mean? He has the skill. Yeah.
Yeah.
He is awesome. I tell you, he just beats him up.
That's
I
on
mean,
my.
and I love a good beating.
That's
you know what I mean? Like,
So my Amazon order,
That's
I think
funny.
I'm screwed, guys. My Amazon order says, we'll ship your order as soon as possible. We'll email you when we have a delivery date. It does not have a delivery date.
Dude,
They're,
I
they're
would
probably still sent. They're sending out emails are being sent out in waves.
man.
I would
Guys,
call
you're
them,
making
dude.
me
I
panic.
would get on customer service as soon as possible, and you tell them,
Call Phil Spencer,
don't
man.
f this up.
I
for me."
have Major Nelson's private Skype. I should just Skype him right now. Hey man, hey.
Yeah, what's the deal?
Hey Major, I need this.
No, I would be mad.
just random on
Amazon.
his phone, like in the middle of the night.
No, I don't. Amazon should not be able to do that. They should say, "Hey,
Or
we
what they
have
should have done-
100 boxes, and we will only sell 100."
Yeah,
but they should not
so
be able
granted,
to do
this
that.
is just this is just news. Like this is just coming through. It might not be something that's real. This is off Twitter, and we know how reliable Twitter can be, right? So, but if this is a thing, what they should do is let you know a week after, or I don't know what. Granted, it might be a problem they don't know, but just letting you
How
know
do you
so
not
late
know?
so that I can't make other arrangements. That's what screws me.
I feel like at a certain point, you got to realize, Jeff, they're coming in, but we don't have any. Do we just
At a
let? What do we
certain
do?
point,
Do we just keep
He's
going?
checking off the list.
Yeah.
Let's see that one. Okay. Oh.
yeah.
Oh no.
Uh,
The X's aren't filling up the boxes anymore, sir.
Yeah, at what point do you realize? Oh,
Oh no, there's not enough.
There's not enough check marks for my file.
dude. The thing is, okay. As much as I have issues with GameStop, at least they do things right. Like you get there, we only got 7.
Open like late night, like
Yeah.
the overnight gaming stuff.
Hey,
yeah.
I want to get an Xbox. We only got 2 left. And at least they tell you, they don't just like, okay, give us your money and then we'll maybe get you one.
Yeah,
Dude, I would get on Amazon. I'd do it right now during the show. I'd talk to that guy.
Should we could pipe in the customer
Yeah.
service conversation into the show?
We could do that if you
Dude,
want.
You're on the line.
You're on the
you're
line
being
with
recorded.
the XoneBros. Don't you know who we are?
Okay, you're excited for Attack on Titan though.
Yes,
Okay.
and another big thing in Attack on Titan 2, you will be able to make your own scout person, your own
Okay.
character, which is pretty cool. So, very fancy stuff. So, a little sad news here. Microsoft has officially discontinued the Kinect. They are no longer making it. It's gone.
Sayonara Connect.
Goodbye. But the technology lives on.
I have a cool soundbite
Oh, you have a cool sign back?
for that. If you want to. Nah, it's too late now.
Yeah.
But the
That's great.
technology lives on.
The
That was a really good
technology lives
soundbite
on
for
in
The
our
technology
hearts.
lives on. Yeah, they use the same technology in Cortana. They used it in one other thing that I don't remember. But the big thing they use it in is the HoloLens. So the technology lives on, and it'll be remembered. So you have a collector's item as of this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine's in the box.
And
somewhere.
I'll admit, I mean, the Kinect's not, I don't use it all that often, but there was a couple of gems that came out that you had fun with.
The Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, the Disney Fantasia was a good one.
Fantasia,
And hey,
yeah.
that first year when FIFA came out on the Xbox One, and we watched streamers like playing the actual kick game,
Yeah.
and like it showed that was hilarious. That was worth the Kinect right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Just watching
The
them be
m-
able to play
the
like the
millions
Kinect
upon millions of
rivals.
Dollars in our
Yeah, and that was it, man, right there. But sad to see the Kinect go, but the technology lives on.
yeah, I really don't. I mean, I didn't use it that much.
Yeah,
The coolest thing was when I turned it on. Turn on.
yeah,
And
that
it
was
would turn
cool.
on.
Xbox
That
on.
was cool.
Now-
that's about all the use I
Fantasia's
got.
a fun game.
Yeah,
Fantasia was
I don't.
fun.
I'm not a motion control guy, but
Yeah, I
that
get
said, sayonara, big guy.
Check this out. Fortnite, dude. I don't know. This Fortnite's doing good. So Fortnite had an update this week, and it's a great
Yeah.
update. First thing, leaderboards are in the game.
Nice.
Leaderboards
Yeah,
are there. A division is a group of so they have a division leaderboard, right?
Yeah.
So a
I have
division,
update on my project scoreboard.
okay, you're talking to
Non-prophetic in chat helped me and said, go on your phone, go to customer service, open up a chat, and click on the Xbox One. Did that. It's an automatic robot chat here. This is what it says. I'm still freaking pissed, but at least it's not December. It says we're getting ready to ship your order by Tuesday, November 7th, and it'll arrive by Thursday, November 9th.
they should still give you something.
Yeah.
They should compensate you.
I'm going to hit. Want more details on this? Yes, I do.
Use your naughty words when he comes on.
Yeah, I
That
don't know what to
usually
do. Anyways,
Oh, so you're getting it two days later?
2 days later. Did I not tell you? Did I not tell you that would happen to me? I told you. You guys said, don't worry. Amazon has never let us down. And I said,
They
no.
haven't. Amazon
me.
really hasn't.
It's me. They just let me down.
If anything, they let me up.
But I feel like that's a huge mess up.
Yeah.
They should not be. They should compensate you because that you could have bought that somewhere else and got it day one.
I was at
Yeah,
Games.
you
I was at
could have done
GameStop.
it right then
they
and
had
there.
they had lots right there. I should have just got one.
And
Threw down the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks, man.
Oh well.
But it doesn't suck. It's only 2 days of suck.
You'll still
not
have
30
it before
days
the
of suck.
podcast. You know?
Yes.
Yours are probably
Thank you,
be broken,
non-prophetic.
So,
says hashtag non-for-mod. Yes.
So
Coming.
Fortnite has leaderboards now. That's what.
Yeah.
While you were reading,
Sorry,
your-
I was
we're talking about how awesome.
Chad is
Fortnite's-
like, you look so stressed. I am like, I'm so disappointed.
Dude, no, I would be pissed.
2 days. 2 days is that.
I would
sucks.
not be off the phone with Amazon that whole. If I had to be miserable, I would make them miserable. That's what I would do. I'm not a nice person.
I want them to compensate me with a free TCL 49-inch TV.
Yeah, that's worth the 2 days.
Yeah, that's 2 days worth of value
that's
that
at
I would
least
get
2
out of my
days.
gaming.
Give me a 4K TV.
The problem is to see, I could go difficult says go and get another pre-order. See, but I pre-ordered the Scorpio.
It's the Scorpio
It's the
edition.
Scorpio.
That's the difference here.
I mean, I guess it's not a huge difference, but I want to say that I have the Scorpio.
no, the matte finish
And you
or
have
the finish is
Yeah.
different.
specific
Yeah.
number.
Yeah.
And I get that number and the insides.
and the number.
The insides are different.
Well, now we know your numbers is going to be a lot bigger than ours.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Oh
So-
well. Go
Dude,
ahead.
so Fortnite, yeah, they came out with the update this week. Awesome. They added leaderboards. They have a division leaderboard, which is pretty cool. A division is a group of 50 active players competing against each other to see who will take the top spot. You're automatically assigned a new division each week, which I think is actually really cool because you can be in a division where they're just killing you and then, kind of adjust and it'll be put in another. But
Do they have a top division though, like overall.
I'm sure they do.
I hope so.
I haven't jumped in, sure, but I mean, they have.
Because
cool
I know
stuff.
my name's never going to be on that list.
There is different divisions for each mat type, solo, duos, and squads. In this update, there's also now added voice chat. So you can talk to your team in the game or, I don't know, just random people anyway. Like,
Yeah.
don't shoot me, and run away.
So is it? What do they call it? Voice chat that's just within like 30 yards from you.
I don't know.
Because
I
that's
just know
how
voice
that's how
chat's in
H1Z1 was, and it was.
I'm sure it's something like, because I mean, can you imagine like
And Arma
all
was like
100
that?
players talking right next to each
Yeah.
other? Yeah, I mean, that was,
So
in the
what-
game.
Position based party chat or position based chat, and it makes it so much fun. It's hilarious to have conversations of you being dead or they're being dead. Usually they're pissed, but
Mhm.
sometimes they're fun conversations.
They also have, and this is what every game should have, a friends leaderboard, so you can pair yourself against the people you know, which
Mhm.
is always fun. And then, of course, a voice chat. Also, Epic announced the inclusion of season levels. So there are seasons in the game now. There will be different seasons for the Battle Royale. The first season will give players a chance to level up to 100 with player level displayed on their banner. And this gets me into the most important part. Customization is also in this patch. There is now a tab called the Locker Room,
Okay.
and you can go and customize and
So
create
we're
your
no
character.
longer random characters thrown in.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't
That's
know.
a
You
smart
still
move.
you still
That
may
is.
you still may be a random I don't know. I haven't jumped in the game. But customization is in the game mode, and they have a new Halloween customization that you guys can do because it's
Beautiful.
Halloween. Dude, I think we talked about this off camera, right?
Sure.
But we talked about how is PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds justified in being upset and suing Battle Royale, right?
yeah.
And we talked about that, and I'm thinking, like, in my opinion, and I've played PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, I think it's fun. I think they do a lot of things right, but I just think, hey, you decided to go early access and wait a while. You know what I mean? Like, they got their game together, they polished it as much as they can, and then they released it to the public, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's good on them. They came out with these updates that are doing great. I really like Fortnite's
Fortnite?
Battle Royale. I don't want to say I almost like it better than PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds,
they-
but it's climbing up the list,
Well,
man.
that's the thing. I mean,
It's getting there, and good on them for doing it.
and
you know?
I would attribute the climbing of how many I can get 3 games in one by the time I get one match in of PUBG,
Mhm.
and that's let's say I get pretty far. Okay,
Sure.
I'm not just saying I disappear and die.
Yeah.
Which is possible.
I can get 7 games
I
in.
can get 20 games. Come on.
You think the speed is its strength?
So yeah, it's because the loot. It's
Well,
not. It's
How long?
having deep loot, having advanced loot is
Mhm.
it's good
Sure.
in PUBG, But I also see having simple loot that you can quickly upgrade, in Fortnite. I see how that's a benefit too. Yes, that one's so deep, but it takes more time to get to, to loot and to get to where you want. Whereas Fortnite, it's simple. It's, you have the gray weapons, the blue weapons, the purple weapons, and then the orange legendaries. It's a simple structure, simple weapons, and then you can get shields. It's just a simple formula. They took the complex formula and made it
simplified.
Like
And
Blizzard did.
and they made the map not the size of. They made the map the size of Rhode Island, not the size of
Texas.
Alaska, or Texas. It's more quick.
Well, the time from first touching the ground to getting a set of weapons, even not just for your basic weapons, but a set of weapons, is so fast.
Yeah, they're doing really good. Fortnite's doing really good.
And this latest patch, I mean, this is what I've been waiting for. This game it's up there now with all this new stuff they added. They now have the customization. They have the ranked. They have the leaderboards.
And you said that it's seasonal right now.
And it's seasonal, right?
What's funny about that is that game is technically a Halloween game anyway.
Well, no. So seasonal, yeah. But I mean, like, yes, they have their seasonal events,
Pumpkins
but I'm
and
talking
stuff,
like full on seasons.
Yeah, seasons.
Of like, like season 1, season 2, like very cool.
Yeah.
I think Fortnite's doing it right.
So let me summarize what Spicy said here. So you think
both games
it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out when PUBG hits the actual console market.
Yeah.
And you think it's your
both have perks that I like.
Yeah. So one is the speed of the matches. The other, PUBG, is the depth of the crafting and the weapons and stuff like that. Which it'll be interesting to see which one rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean it's
and obviously I think the safe assumption is PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds.
Yeah, because
at this point,
but
Battlefront or not Battlefront, Fortnite is doing things correctly.
Yeah,
I think they could take over PlayerUnknown.
You think they can at this point?
They're doing good. Everyone likes it. It's getting more and more popular. Yeah, they're adding really the features that people want.
And see,
the poor single player is probably not getting played as much anymore.
The same
single player is probably over.
I guess it's co-op, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, it's the
why I like the fast play game style is why I like quick card games like poker.
Sure,
is you never know what you're gonna get, and there's always that. Ooh, I'm excited to get new cards. You know, they suck or awesome, dude. 3 aces. Or whatever.
Sure,
that happens a lot faster with Fortnite.
Sure.
That's why
gives you more experiences in a short amount of time. Here's my analogy.
Okay.
It's why I don't watch movies at home anymore. I watch 20-minute television shows and sitcoms because I can, in the span of an hour and a half, I get 6 different stories instead of 1.
I hear you.
Yeah, that's exactly. But
movies are still great.
I'm Fortniting my
life.
Home media consumption experience.
You're Fortniting your life.
That's a really good analogy.
Be sure to check out the Fortnite patch. Super cool. The Halloween event is called Fortnitemares. Very clever. That guy's got a good idea.
Whoever thought of that?
That guy.
It's one clever SOB.
Guy.
Wait, what happened?
The event is called Fortnitemares.
Yeah, that's Lloyd the Stuff Guy.
Yeah, he's just put mares at the end
Lloyd. On point with his titles now, too.
Lloyd the Stuff Guy. Every company needs Lloyd.
There's Lloyd and Lena.
And
Lloyd's
Lloyd.
the stuff guy. Lena's the title girl.
Oh.
See, they complement each other.
Okay.
They sit in a room together and
They're probably married.
He goes, hey, I want to put some pumpkins in Fortnite. And she's like, yes, we'll call it Fortnitemares. Boom. They take it to corporate.
And then there's
Frank
the IT guy, too.
Frank has to be like, yeah, we could do that.
Yeah, that's possible.
I think we could do that.
Yeah. Frank's the one that gets the email.
Dude, ever since, speaking of IT guys, like, we can do that. Ever since I watched the World of Warcraft documentary, I have a whole new respect for like the server engineers.
Oh yeah, those
I
guys
feel
are
like they get
stressing out, man.
I feel like they get stepped on.
They're
like the guy upstairs, like, let's do this awesome thing, deploy it right now, and the server guys are like, what?
What's happening?
Yeah,
Why is
like,
the entire server at one location?
They're like the engine guys in the engine room guys in a ship. In the old ships,
Scotty.
They used to have to shovel coal.
That's who they are.
Scotty. That's exactly.
They're
it.
really important, and people like them, but they just get stepped on.
But Captain Kirk just says, "How much time you need? An hour. You have 10 minutes."
That's it. That's what they are. Those guys, they're the unsung heroes. One of the best stories of the week, right here. That's why we saved it for last.
Boom. Huge.
Xbox original titles are
so
now
good.
available on your Xbox One.
Yes!
They are backward compatible. Should I go through the list? Should I tell you what's ready?
Yeah.
Let
Go.
me start
I
with
have several that I'm.
Let me
pumped.
start with probably the one that everybody's going to know the most. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic.
Boom. Wait, can I
And-
say something on Star Wars Knights of the Republic?
Yeah.
Not only are these games coming backwards compatible, they are getting enhancements. Texture enhancement, detail enhancements, and there's tons of videos out where it shows side by side of a game like KOTOR.
It's got a little bit higher pixel count.
Higher
which makes it
pixel
look a lot
count,
smoother.
much more detail. It looks good.
What's
It's
really
impressive
cool
for the old game.
What's really cool is when the Xbox One X releases,
Yes.
is there's actually going to be another set of games that
Sure.
will be backward compatible. Halo 3 being one example. That's
Okay,
even getting
appreciate
a
it.
bigger
A
boost.
bigger boost.
Yeah,
Very
which
nice.
is very cool.
Loving
So-
it.
KOTOR, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic
Yes.
on the Xbox One. Crimson
Boom.
Skies, another fan favorite.
Crimson
dropping
Skies
it
was one
again.
of my favorites.
We knew that from E3 though.
Sid Meier's fans, you got Pirates.
So I don't know about this game. I don't know. It's like 1999. I think Shine was telling me about it in Discord. Looks good. Looks really good. I've been looking it up ever since. It's already on tablet and stuff. I actually almost bought it on the
Yeah.
tablet because of that. But,
But now
anyways,
you can get it on
I
the
can get it on the-
Xbox, yeah. You also have Ninja Gaiden Black.
Ah,
that's
that's
your game.
That's my
McSpicy.
jam.
And then
That-
for those of you that
Don't just skip across.
Yeah,
Don't.
Hey, wait.
Yeah.
Can't gloss over that.
This game is one of the OG hard games for me that I
Mhm.
beat. It was such a hard game to master. The first level, I only think like 5% of the people that played that game ever beat the first section of the game. And the final boss fight kept being a boss, and then another boss, and then another boss, and then
It's
another
like
boss.
never
And by
ending.
that time, you can only hold 9 health potions. I was so
You were a
proud of
true
myself.
Wait, how far did you get?
you beat
I
the game.
beat the game.
Oh, you
There's
beat the
not
game.
many people that can
Okay.
say they beat that game.
I want a YouTube series of you on the OG on the Xbox One beating this game again
Okay.
with 2 cameras, one camera on your controller, and one camera on your face because I want to see like the rage that exists.
Well, the game, it's so good. That game. I mean, this is like the original
Dark
Team
Souls.
Ninja. It's the original Dark Souls, but this has a lot better physics, if you know what I'm saying.
Okay. I think I do.
Yeah, the dead are alive physics.
Okay.
It's Team Ninja, man.
Those are
Wow.
good physics.
Those are great physics.
That's
Anyways,
an engine.
that game. If you guys have not played Ninja Gaiden, the original,
That's one to get.
it's such a great game,
We also got,
and there's a great twist in the plot.
well, it's about ninjas. To be expected.
Okay, you can continue.
We also got Psychonauts, which is a fan favorite. We got Red Faction 2, one I'm excited for, Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time.
Prince
Oh,
of Persia,
yeah.
that game's awesome.
And The
That
Sands
was-
of Time was a really good one, going back.
Yeah, and I played the original Prince of Persia from like the old one from like the 80s on a PC. And this was the first one that I played after that, and the graphics
There's
are
a
way
jump.
better. There's a huge jump.
That was a generation
This was
jump.
like the first time I ran on the walls.
We yeah, that was cool. We also have Kings of Fighters Neowave, Grabbed by the Ghoulies, Dead to Rights, Blood Rain 2, Black, and my personal favorite.
Yo.
This is how I feel about this game, the same way Mark feels about Ninja Gaiden. Fusion Frenzy. The Mario Party of the Xbox is what
It's
I call
true.
this game.
That was a great.
I love
game.
this game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
favorite
get this
mode?
game.
The cages rolling was really fun.
Mhm.
There was like a race mode.
My favorite mode was the spinning screw.
I don't remember. Oh,
Yeah.
that's the race mode where you're running up around it.
Yeah, you have to jump and duck.
The
Yeah.
spinning screw. That was the
I
funnest
will
mode.
probably be purchasing this game, and we can have a couch co-op or whatever you want because this is the perfect co-op game. $9.99. Best part about this, if you don't own them or you threw them away or you just can't find the
$5.
box you put them in, $9.99.
Oh, $9.99.
Yeah.
Some of them were on sale.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
$5.
If you can't find this game, if you used to own it or whatever, it's just lost. You can buy these all digitally, which is great.
Yeah, great move to
Put them
make
on
a
the
little
library.
change too. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm gonna if I can't find my Ninja Gaiden CD, I'm
just
finding
purchasing it, yeah.
Yeah, very
Amen.
cool.
There
Very
you go.
cool.
Great news
Yeah,
that we're
Blood
getting
Rain.
those.
I remember that game. That
Blood Rain.
game
I
was
remember
awesome.
Red Faction 2. I believe Jordan
Wasn't
had Red
Blood
Faction.
Rain
No,
the-
that was on the 3 side. I had Red Faction Gorilla.
Oh,
Wasn't
that's right.
Blood Rain the vampire one where you like splatter blood to get healed? Or I think
Sounds
you're a
like it.
vampire.
There's
You're a vampire.
Blood's
chick.
in the title, and there's a chick on the title.
And you could like I remember that game. That game's really fun.
I don't think I ever.
You'll like it.
All right.
It's right up your alley.
That sound means it's time. That sound means it's time for us to take questions. If you want to submit a question every week, you can do so over on Facebook. This portion of the show is brought to you by iTunes. Please, if you want to support the show, if you want to help us grow, go over, rate us, review us, subscribe to us on iTunes. It helps us with the rankings. iTunes is still the mother of podcasts. Aggregates. I mean, they invented the podcast. They still own it, basically. So if you're up on those charts, you're up in the world. Life is good.
Yeah.
Questions. First question comes from Cody Palmer. Cody Palmer writes in and says, well, besides, he says, I want you to talk about how Notre Dame wiped the floor with USC. Just kidding.
Jeez, that was embarrassing.
Ouch, Cody.
That
Ouch.
hurts.
Next year, my friend. But
Yeah.
he says, talk about the Wolfenstein game. He just wanted to say, it's not a question. He just wanted to say, I played the first one and crapped my pants because of how great it was. Let me tell you, you'll have that same crap
moment.
pantsing
Wear your brown
experience,
pants.
or no pants, because it's going to be a mess.
Wear your brown pants or no pants.
No, it's a great game. Daniel Eustace, a.k.a. Chocolate Bear, I call him Cocoa Bear, writes in and says, so with the Xbox One X coming in less than 2 weeks, do you think it's better to wait to buy the Xbox One X and get the second wave, which might include better hardware and be a little bit cheaper, or go for the first wave and experience everything it has to offer now?
Go both.
Both.
Get it, and then turn it in and get
the
50%
upgraded version.
Get the
when
slim
they
version
if they
later.
can make it any smaller than it is now.
Yeah,
If they can make it pocket sized.
Watching the Digital Foundry video
Yeah.
where they unboxed it. Did you guys see that?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and it's the same size as the S, really.
Yeah.
Well,
Like-
it's a little bit smaller.
Well, in some parts it's a little bit bigger.
Oh,
You know. No, yeah.
I
I
mean,
would
they
say
compact that in there. They've got that thing engineered down to
I would,
the screw.
I'm gonna do both, and that's what I get it now, enjoy it now, because you never know what's gonna happen. And then, if you want to trade it in and then get
for next year's model.
for next year's
or
model, then
whatever.
you can. But at least you're smiling now for the next 13, 14 months.
Yeah.
Until the next one comes out.
I agree. I think that's a great way to go about it. Get it, and when they come out with a better version, get the new one. Which actually, what I would do, because I'm keeping my Xbox now, I think we all are
yeah.
keeping
yeah.
our Xbox, so we'll have two of them. I'm going to trade in my old Xbox up to the next one.
But
Boom.
it does depreciate in value, so
Yeah, but still, and then I'll have two 4K powered boxes there in my house.
I had trading into GameStop. I had like a game worth like 6 cents one time.
Yeah, no,
It was
it's just
like-
I'll keep it.
Yeah,
For
I
6
know.
cents, I'll
What's
keep
the
it.
cash value on that?
I think it was one of the Burger King games.
Oh yeah, because you could take cash value at GameStop, and it's like 30% of what it is. That's really funny. Cocoa Bear has a new addition to the family as well, a baby girl.
All
Congratulations,
right,
Cocoa
yeah.
Bear.
Very
Wait a
cool.
minute.
Very cool.
There it is. Yes, there you go.
I
Thank
had
you
that really loud. Sorry.
Thank you so much for the question. Ian Gardner writes in and says it's almost a week away from the release for the Xbox One X, and wants to know. Sorry, I'm
You're mixing questions.
mixing questions up.
Well, okay.
Ian Gardner made a statement, and that's the part of this question that I want to focus on because he wants to know who's getting it. We're all getting the Xbox
Yeah.
One X, but he says, I thought this was funny. His cat threw up into his Xbox One and killed it.
Oh.
Yeah. And so now he has a perfect reason to get the Xbox One X. By the way,
Did it
his
like
cat
throw
is
up like
totally
right on
fine.
the fan?
Must have thrown up right through
Like
the holes
right on
and
the
it
fan,
went
yeah.
through.
Oh.
See, on the Xbox One X, the holes are on the side now, so you
Yeah.
won't have that.
Isn't that disgusting? Which
That's
brings me
so sad.
Which brings me to the next question from Mark Leduc, aka B18 Duke. He says, "What do you guys do for maintenance on your Xbox One cleaning wise?"
I popped the hood.
He compresses it. He uses compressed air in
Yeah.
a can. He hurts people vacuuming it. What do you do? I saw people saying in chat in response to his question there. A lot of people will like even put a cloth over it when they're not using it, stuff like that. And I thought, man, I'm bad. And then I heard the cat story. I'm like, man, I'm really bad. I don't do anything with mine. Literally, it sits there. That is it. Like I don't. I probably should air can that bad boy out.
Yeah.
Or something.
Mhm.
McSpicy, do anything? I know you're particular about your electronics. You
Yeah.
take good care of them. Do you want to do anything with your Xbox? Any maintenance wise?
I don't put them into situations where they will get damaged. I don't really do more than that. If I do see a problem with the ventilation, then
Sure.
yeah, the can spray
Yeah.
is really great. The little straw you can put in.
Yeah. What about when you take, because you take yours on the road sometimes, up to Bear Lake and stuff.
Yeah, I do.
How do you handle the care of the transportation of said box?
Carefully. Yeah, it's a prized possession of mine. Honestly, I really don't care about material things in my life except my electronics. That's it. I could care less about everything else, but my toys are important. No, I would say the spray can. I like with my PC, I'll pop that open every, I don't know, 3 months or so.
Every 1,000 miles.
Yeah, and because that's a lot. I mean, that's a simple. And then I'll spray, and then for certain areas, I will vacuum. So it's a hybrid.
Sure.
The Xbox, I mean, it's more in a more enclosed area. It's safe.
Plus, it's built with an enclosed case that's designed in a way to minimize.
And if you pop it open, you ruin your warranty.
This is true.
I don't want to pop the hood on that.
Although
when I get my new one, I probably will. On my old one.
Jordan, how about you? What do you do? Anything special to take care of your box?
Like with my gaming electronics, I'm very particular about.
Yeah.
Like, remember when I got my Switch, I told you not to touch the screen?
Yeah.
That's still a standing rule. I know it's touch screen.
Jordan is probably the most meticulous on his gaming equipment, particularly even in his
my
software.
My phone, I don't care.
It's how he says hi to people. Hey, here's my Switch. Don't touch the screen. Hello.
Yeah. Well, because when you get it, nowadays when you have a device, people go to touch the screen. So I just wanted, yes, it's a touch screen. Don't touch it. So I just wanted that to be clear. No, with my Xbox, first of all, no one's allowed to touch it.
Oh, no one really?
Yeah, no, you can't touch it.
Have you caught your wife
sneaking
in and touching it?
She knows not to touch it.
Has she ever tried
When we moved to our new location, my Xbox was set up, ready to move.
Oh, yeah. No, when moving, nobody touches my
when
stuff
when her family came over, she said, okay, there's everything in that room. There's everything in that room. There's the Xbox. Do not touch it. Jordan will come home and take care of it. And they did not touch it. You don't touch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So first of all, no one touches it, and then I get the Clorox wipes and I wipe it down.
I like that.
I can
keep her
appreciate
clean.
that.
You get the turtle wax and just buff it.
Buff it out.
No,
George's in there with a machine.
No, I had to wipe it down. I have a fabric cloth that I keep in the drawer of my desk because I wipe my computer down too when it gets dusty. But yeah, I once every other week, when you're dusting, I dust it off. But the main rule is no one touches it.
Non-prophetic says a good point. Never vacuum the PC. You create static electricity that fry the parts. I don't do that to the motherboard. I do that to the outside on the fans.
No worries. We've touched processors without grounding ourselves and throw thermal wax on it.
Non-prophetic.
We've done a lot of stuff.
So
we know our way.
That's why I said a hybrid. You spray the careful stuff, and on the outside, I suck out the stuff from a very safe place.
Haven't you guys done it like 3 times to
PCs are like
motherboards?
babies. They can handle a lot more than you think.
You
can throw thermal paste on the pins.
Me and Jordan
and still have it work.
Me and Jordan have some of the craziest PC build stories. Oh my gosh. One time it was Jono. We were building Jono's
Did I just
PC.
buy a random? Is that the night I bought the random motherboard without even looking?
I just bought a random one just to, because Jono had been away for a while and he was coming home and we wanted to. Well, we weren't that nice. You could consider we were getting him a gift of a PC that he could play. No, his old PC that he used to have because he was away for a while. We kind of
everybody needed a part, so we
took
it was like a parts bike.
We took his old gaming PC and totally just used it for parts. Anyways, so the night before he's coming back home,
literally the night before,
Jordan calls me over and we're gonna build him back his PC. And you got to be really careful with processors, quote unquote. That's what they tell you to do. Apparently, you can drop them. You don't
have to ground yourself.
You can thermal paste it, just like all over.
You can drop thermal paste on the pins,
and even the glove we used.
That was so funny.
We couldn't find a latex glove,
for the static and stuff.
For the static, yeah. We
but
went
I had
to this
remembered.
Garbage can.
Yeah, I had remembered. I threw one away a couple days.
So we used an old one. We just flipped it inside out and put our hand in the gross part because it was like greased up. It was like
nasty,
black.
yeah.
It was
It's like from oil.
Yeah.
So we just flipped it inside out. You can just beat the crap out of it,
Yeah.
and it still works to this day.
It does. It really does. It worked.
Well, and then didn't you guys fry something and
Oh no, yeah. Mark jump started
See,
power
check
supply.
this out. So we go to a friend's house because
We went and got jumper cables. It's not a joke.
The funny thing is Jordan and I and our families and our friends are considered like quote unquote experts in PC builds, so they always ask us for our help.
Yeah.
and I don't think they realize how.
You're experts at breaking them.
No,
They
don't
always
break it.
work.
They don't break
We've
it.
never had one that like doesn't
So
work.
my
And if we break
You're the
apart,
guy-
we buy it. Like
You're the
a
guys that like it comes with instruction. You just throw it away.
Our friends that we were invited to,
Yeah.
his power supply would not work. So what do? You grab one end and another end of copper wire, you stick it into the wall, you know, the jack, and you put it in the positive negative, and it jump starts.
Which was like pinned. We did look at what pins they were. Like, it was like pin
I
12 and
looked
pin
up
24.
pin 12 and whatever it was, and it fires it up like,
Just sends a jolt of electricity to it.
and then it started working.
He has
man.
not had a problem since.
There you go.
Just sometimes you got to jumpstart it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Non-prophetic.
Just so you know, still be careful, but just so you can also get away with a lot.
It was like he was like, I got to return it to Amazon. And we were like, well, you got to return it.
Yeah,
might as well see if we can fry it real quick.
And it worked.
Non-prophetic did PC repair for a living and said he literally watched a PC fry from the outside due to a vacuum.
Oh,
That
really?
was like if you're standing there watching your PC just smoke. Oh, that'd be terrible.
I've had that happen. Oh, you want to know a really great story?
Let's hear it.
I was playing.
This was actually very impressive.
Thank you. I
It
am
was.
well known for this.
Okay.
It was a
I don't
NASA
think I know
pit,
this.
or it was a NASCAR pit crew move.
Yeah. So it was when I got my GTX 1080. I think I told this on the show, but we have a lot of new listeners. I'm going to tell you again. I just barely got my GTX 1080.
Well, we all jumped on to play Heroes of the Storm.
and we testing it out. I
Sure.
want to play Heroes of the
Yeah.
Storm. I'm in the middle. We just load up a game. Then I smell a smell, and boom, my computer shuts off. It caught on fire.
Safety mode. Boom.
See, boom, it's off.
There's a problem. We're
And
shutting
I'm
down.
like, my thoughts weren't, oh crap, my equipment. My thoughts were, I was an important part of Heroes of the Storm. Their game is going on right now.
You're like, I've got to get on
to help my
So-
friends.
We're mad because we're down a player, and it's
So I had my old video card right there from when I installed it. I just as fast as I could took my PC, unhooked it, grabbed the new video
1080.
card that's now fried,
Oh yeah.
put in the old one, put it back on, turn the computer on, join the game still in process.
Boom. How long did that take you? Approximately minutes.
Probably 6 minutes, 5 minutes.
Boom. That's good.
It was totally NASCAR move.
That's good.
Yeah.
and we
Wow.
won that round.
That's a
I think.
team.
I
That's a
think we-
teammate, right? That's the guy you want on your team,
Yeah.
right there.
I didn't want to let my teammates down.
And the thing is, you weren't mad. You're just like, ah. I think that was just that's what you said. You're just, ah.
Yeah, it was yeah. Well, okay. Let's add this disclaimer. Don't do what we do
Yeah.
with your electronics.
They're just the luckiest guys ever.
Well, no,
With
we've
those
built a lot of
processors.
stuff. That's just like, that's not like ever. Okay, we've built a lot of stuff. That's just happens to be times that were funny because you accidentally dropped thermal paste
Well, and
on the pins of your processor.
my nephew, I helped him build his PC. He asked me over and I accidentally dropped his processor on the kitchen floor.
Dude, they're like babies. They can handle a lot more than you think. You
And
know?
then I'm like, don't worry about it.
Dark Knight writes in and says, when you have a lot of games that come out in short periods of times, like right now, how do you guys prioritize which games you get first and which do you wait for sales? Let's start with Mr. McSpicy. How do you prioritize in times like
Prioritized.
these when games are coming out left and right, and it happens every year, and there's every game you want to play? Which do you buy now? Which do you wait and put on the back burner to play later?
I don't know if I'm the right person to ask. That's tough. That's difficult because right now I want to play Assassin's Creed,
Sure.
but last week I wanted to play Shadow of War,
Don't forget
and I still
South
want to
Park
play
is
Shadow
also
of
there.
War. And what?
South Park
South
as
Park
well.
is-
South Park's on the list too.
Wolfenstein.
And see, Wolfenstein, the same thing happened with Wolfenstein, and I still haven't played Wolfenstein, the first one.
True.
I'm not the right person to
Some
ask.
of the games you put off and then you never go back to.
I buy them, and then I don't play them.
Jordan, that's a tough question, especially this time of year when there's so many games coming out that you want to buy, that you want to play every single one of them. How do you prioritize which ones to get and which ones not to get?
I don't know. You just do what I'm doing. You just go the cold turkey, man. You power through because I'm forcing myself not to play Assassin's Creed until the 1X, and you got to hurry up and beat him.
Yeah.
You just got to power through it.
Power through. So Jordan, you looks at it as a time.
Yep,
to
I got 2 weeks to power
accomplish his
through,
games
or a week and a half
before
to power
the
through.
new game comes out, so that he can get it. I honestly play the game that I feel like playing at the time. So I feel like playing Wolfenstein. It came out. I said, let's go for it. And then I'll wait for the other games till a time comes where I feel like playing those. Maybe it goes on sale. Maybe it doesn't. I think that's really all you can do. I don't know if there's a secret to it or if there's a secret formula that's been perfected on how to handle that. I think you just play. You look at all the games and you say, all right, I can only choose one. Which one do I feel like playing? Boom. And then you wait. Also game sharing with someone super helps. Because then you don't need to make that. Then you don't need to make that decision, or that decision isn't as hard. Because instead, my question is, Jordan, what game are you getting? Okay, I will get that game then. Boom, we're done.
Yeah, if you're not game sharing, you're not doing it right.
If you're not game sharing.
No, that helps a
You're in trouble.
ton.
Yeah.
And then you just go half and half. And yeah, that makes it hard on me because I don't have a guy like you.
Ronan in chat has great advice. He says, I like to get one heavy single player game and one heavy multiplayer game after, then just get them as I'm done with those.
Yeah, it's a good way
That's
to
a
do
good
it.
way to do it.
Yeah, non-prophetic. You should get game sharing. It makes things, if you can, it makes things very tolerable, a little bit more tolerable with the prices. Because, man,
It's
game
tough.
prices, $60, especially around this time of year. Oh,
Yeah. Last question comes from Bob Blast.
All right.
He wants to know, how do you deal with game burnout? We actually had
good.
this is actually a great question. There was a blog article that went up by our creative team, one and only Blake Jenkins, aka Online Squid. The O is silent. I have been informed the O or zero is silent at the end multiple times. I always mess up on that one. Online Squid O.
Oh,
It's Online Squid. Anyways, Blake Jenkins, it's a great article he wrote. He had some advice, so go check that out over on the blog. But Mr. McSpicy, you personally, with game burnout, everybody goes through this. This is not, and if you haven't experienced this yet, you will one day. So pay attention, because those who have experienced it could offer you some solace and some help.
Yeah.
What do you do when you experience game burnout?
so game burnout. It's a tough thing to deal with. It basically, if you get ever in the situation where you just you turn on your Xbox and you just stare at the screen, and you're like,
and nothing appeals to you.
Nothing appeals to you. There's a couple ways to go about it.
There's games that you're looking at and you want to play, but it's just you just don't.
So I do a couple different things. There's two strategies I do. I do with the Nike, just do it. And just choose a game, just randomly. Just choose one, and when it fires up, you're like, okay, I got this.
Okay.
It feels, okay. It's just that initial push.
It's working you out of the funk,
Yeah,
so to speak. You're working yourself out
greasing
of the funk.
up those gears.
Okay.
The other strategy is to just straight up take a break and go find something else that you enjoy doing.
Yeah.
For me, I really love music, and so I will go into the other room, turn the lights off, turn the lights down low, and just listen to some good tunes. Pay attention to, this is just me, but I pay attention to bass lines, I pay attention to drums, pay attention to whatever style of music you like. And it actually helps me want to, I think it's more or less, my life is super stressed.
Sure.
And I'm de-stressing my life to be able to play more games.
To be able to enjoy.
Yeah.
Be at a mental state to enjoy gaming.
For real, yeah. I mean, there's definite need for a balance in life. So it's really important to even take a break from, if you're overdoing it, maybe you're overdoing it, and maybe you're stressed from life, from work, from parenting, from whatever it is. Just take a bath, to relax, watch a television show, watch Cheers.
Yeah.
But do something else to de-stress your life, and then I find that's the approach I take that works.
Yeah. Jordan, how about you? What have you done? What is some tips you can give someone who is experiencing game burnout? What have you done when you experience that to get you out of the funk?
I just I usually go on like an anime binge.
Oh,
That's a
very
good. Yeah, that's great.
It's kind of like a juice cleanse, you just
Oh, I know.
Well, because the one game that that really just got me was The Witcher.
Yeah.
That one messed me up, man.
That one did. I mean, I have not seen. So I have never seen Jordan in a funk, nor have I experienced the funk quite like Jordan. Jordan. Not only was just not really into playing games, he was angry. Like there
I
was
know.
an angry
There was a
mental
cloud.
state about him.
There was a cloud.
Yeah.
And
you didn't want to bring it up.
That's when we were living together, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
So you were there the whole time.
Yeah, and I would just sit there and be like, Jordan, you want to play something? And he would be sitting in front of his computer just pissed off. And I'd be like, no. And I'd be like, okay, well, I'm going to play some Madden now.
No, I think The Witcher really did it to me. So I mean, I just go on like a Netflix binge watch or anime.
Sure.
Final Fantasy did it to me too, because I beat that game. I did like 60 hours in like 3 days. It was pretty awesome. And then I just take another 3 days just to like
3 days off.
watch Psych or something like that. You know, I pick a
Psych's a
TV
good
show and
one.
and then that kind of gets you back. All right, you know.
Well, because
you-
Psych is such
it-
a lighthearted
yeah,
show.
it really is. It's really it's like a juice cleanse, man. It cleanses the
Yeah.
mental state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going outside is also a good. You know, sometimes you need to
Yeah.
go, get a
well,
little fright, go on a walk around the block or something like that. You know. just
yeah. But outside, I'd
kinda-
rather.
Yeah, that's what I just like. I usually just shift over for a couple days.
Outside's
Yeah.
important. You got to get that vitamin D.
Yeah.
So an observation. So I think the wrong approach. I think that some people can power through. I think McSpicy just turn on a game and play it. I force myself to play games, and I think it might take longer for you to get out of funk if you do that. I asked this question when the article came. It dropped in Discord, and I asked the question in Discord. And the number one piece of advice I got from people was what people did was like you guys said, take a step back and
Yeah.
watch a lot of movies, read a lot of books, catch up on those things, and then the desire will come back. And not me. Like on the 360, I had burnout after Skyrim. So when I experienced
that was another
burnout,
big one.
when I really remember it, and I would sit for hours browsing the 360 store because remember that catalog was huge.
Yeah.
it was
the
ginormous.
arcade.
Yeah.
Oh man.
The arcade was huge, and looking for like some obscure unknown game to jump into and play it. And it took me a while to get out of it. I think actually what got me out of it was StarCraft 2 released, if I remember correctly. Or maybe it had already released and I just jumped in and started playing StarCraft again eventually. But I think the best piece of advice is to step back. One thing also that I notice is when people talk about their burnouts, it's when you've played one game for a crap ton of time. So
Yeah.
mine was Skyrim. Destiny 1 was a lot of people's, and they'd put in hundreds and hundreds of hours. Jordan, Witcher, same thing. McSpicy, I'm sure, same thing with you. And so I think that how to preempt game burn to make sure you don't get game burn.
Balance.
I think is balance your gaming. Like, don't just play one game all the time for hundreds and hundreds of hours. Play that game, but then also play, Ghost Recon, also play Cuphead, also play, play a variety of games, non-thinking racing game. That's why I love Forza. I'm jumping between Forza, Minecraft, and Wolfenstein now. Those are my three kind of jumping, and I've never been happier.
Minecraft is probably actually a good juice cleanse, if you will.
Yeah.
You know, like that one's actually, because that one's relaxing.
It's the psych of video
Yeah.
games.
It's
It's
just that-
lighthearted.
And then just that little song that always plays in the background that
Yeah.
you just can't turn off. It's just that. It's
Yeah.
Good question.
Great question. I think it's so relevant because everybody experiences that at some point, right? Especially if you're super into gaming.
Yeah.
Anyways, that does us for the show this week. Blah 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 blah. Of course, I'm always super articulate like I am
Mhm.
today. Mr. McSpicy, what will you be up to and where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Mr. McSpicy. My gamer tag is Mr. McSpicy. That's spicy with an E.
Jordan, how about you?
Jordan the Man XOB everywhere.
Yes, what will you be up to? Any...
I gotta hit Shadow of War hard. I gotta hit it.
Boom.
hard.
I
Power
am
through.
I am XoneBros everywhere. Check us out on Facebook. Don't forget to like us there. Instagram, Twitter. Come join us live on the stream. It's a great time. We stream every day, Monday through Friday, every morning. The spicy date nights are occasionally up, and they're a grand time.
Yeah.
Anyways, have fun gaming. We will see you guys next week.